Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is the Start Sit live stream. It is me, Joey P. Joe P. Pisapia. With me, of course, is Pat Fitzmaurice, and it's all of you. It's round one of the playoffs, so it's time to get those fantasy championships. Pat, this is big time stuff here. We've got, 42 super chats before we even start and kick things off today. People are ready to rock and roll. Are you behind in any matchups already in the playoffs? Did you face Kyle Pitts at all? Are you looking daunted in any matchups so far?
No, pro Kyle Pitts 1, anti Kyle Pitts 0. So I'm on the friendly side of Kyle Pitts.
That's right. You were a Kyle Pitts guy this year. That's right. You're right.
I mean, there's one in the Kings Classic that's an industry league. We have 3 flex spots though for that one. I started Bucky Irving, so okay. I'm not a little disappointing, but not like I'm really behind the 8 ball there with all the flex spots. So I'm totally fine with it.
All right, we got Philip Rivers playing football today, which gives us
unbelievable.
We can go back and
what a story!
That's great. I love the meme of Matthew Stafford. It was like all these clips of Matthew Stafford MVP. He's gonna go to 7th all time in passing. Past Philip Rivers, and then it was like Philip Rivers like coming back up like the Undertaker, like kind of out of the dead to come back and it's like, oh wait, you're not passing me, son, not this year. All right, let's get to some of the questions here that we got lined. We've got a lot of them today, and of course. Let's kick things off here with Charles here. Charles wants to know half PPR, pick 2, Harvey, K9, Rico, and Neal. Who are the 2 that are in? If it matters, for K9, I'm already starting JSN, Tyler Warren, Seattle defense, and in the Colts Seahawks game.
Mm-hmm. All right. Don't really care about like whether you're playing a D against, I don't worry about Seahawks overload in that game. I think it's okay to, I'd play Harvey and Walker. Okay. Rico is sharing with Hubbard, and I like Walker just a little more than Devin Neal.
That's fine. Let's go to Alex's question. Half PPR, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex. Chase Brown, KW3, Neal, Bryan, Robb, Ladd, Olave, Watson, Jennings, Ferguson, or Jawan Jennings.
We're starting Chase Brown.
Or maybe Jawan Johnson. Pardon me. Jawan Johnson, sorry.
Okay.
Wrong.
Would you agree Chase Brown at the running back spot?
Hell to the yeah.
I like Olave and Jennings the most of the 2 of all the receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Ferguson like 1 spot ahead of.
I agree with that.
Juwan. I don't feel strongly about it. I think that's close to a toss up. Then for the flex, I think I'm going. I Walker ranked a little bit ahead of Neal just because it's going to be such a run friendly game script. You would think for Seattle, already the run heaviest team in the league, and they're favored by 2 touchdowns.
All right, Steven's here. If Jacobs doesn't play, who do I replace him with? Top 3 order: Olave, Waddle, Jaden Reed, Singletary, Gainwell, or Emmanuel Wilson.
I mean, for me, it would be Waddle, but Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport both reported that Jacobs is expected to play.
Yeah, it seems like that was going to be the case all week, too. All right, let's go to Slim. Need 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, DK Sutton, Tet, McMillan, Michael Wilson, and Henderson.
Yeah, I want to play Wilson and Teteroa McMillan. I know the matchup is tough for Wilson, but
you got to try. I mean,
so many targets, Joe. Like in the games that Harrison has missed, he's had at least 10 catches and 118 yards in all of them. Like maybe he gets 7 and 70 today in the bad matchup. You're fine with that. Yeah. So, and then I think I'm flexing Henderson over either of the receivers.
Who wins that game today? Pats or Bills? Go.
I've picked the Bills, Joe. So I mean, I think it's coming down to the final gun. I think it's like last possession wins.
I think the Bills are soft, and I think the Patriots are not.
Would not shock me at all.
They're gonna knock them around. I'm telling you, physically, they're gonna knock them around. Drew is up next. Gents, need 2 running backs, wide receiver, and a flex tight end. Javonte, Rico, Chuba, Singletary, Tracy, Manangai, and then we've got Debo, Slayton, Luther, BTJ. It's a lot of pieces here.
Javonte for sure,
100%.
I have Rico ranked slightly ahead of Manangai. He'd be my second running back there. The 1 receiver only, man.
So Debo, Slayton, Luther, and BTJ.
I have BTJ ranked highest. Kind of encouraged.
I think he got you with the Jets matchup. Yeah,
by what
they're going to be on the field so much. The Jets offense, I can't imagine getting first downs. Like they could get 2 first downs in this whole game.
Yep. Yeah.
Like that's how bad I think it's going to be today. That's me. I'm with you on
Yeah.
BTJ, and then you get a flex
Hmm.
from the
Oh,
remainder pieces, and then
tight end
somebody else.
Andrews for sure against the Bengals defense.
Yes, and
And
then one more piece.
yeah, what do we like for flex, Joe?
I love the equity of touchdowns for Monangai personally.
From a non-guy, yeah. I think that's the safest play. And I mean, I can personally attest, Joe, from walking the dogs this morning. It is frigid here in Chicago. It was -3 when we took the dogs out, and that's not factoring in the wind. Like it
No.
is cold. I think it's going to be a run heavy approach for the Bears. And they've averaged like almost 180 rushing yards a game over the last 2 months. Their running game has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like 20 something here in Jersey too. I got to tell you, it's snowing all morning, so we got like a couple inches of snow here. This is your weather, not mine. I don't know what's happening here. Also, we
I
got
don't
so many
claim it.
supers. We're gonna trim them right here, so we're gonna pause super chat. So please don't drop any more because we can't guarantee we'll get to them in this hour. But that's okay. Don't worry because you have hour 2 coming up of the show. So just hang tight with us. And as sure as we were talking about these players, I'm sure some of them will matter to you. Let's go to John's next here. Happy Sunday, bros. Herbert, Darnold, JJ, or Shuck.
I've got Darnold ranked highest. I'm a little worried about the passing volume, but otherwise, no issues, especially with Charvarius Ward and Sauce Gardner both out for the Colts.
Bo Daly wants to know Stroud or Mariota.
I'm going Mariota here. I've got him
Half
ranked
PPR
slightly
pick
higher.
2. Dowdle, Wilson, Monangai, Rodriguez.
All right, assuming that is Michael Wilson, and people should make that distinction because a lot of people are thinking
See, I'm not. I'm gonna think he's talking about Emmanuel Wilson because it's 2. These are all
because
running
it's all
backs.
running backs. Okay.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, we think Jacobs is playing, so I would go Dowdle and Monangai. And I
agree.
have no interest to anyone with a Chris Rodriguez question. He is questionable with a groin injury. He has caught one pass all year. He has had more than 12 carries in exactly one game. Like I do not. If you have Chris Rodriguez and he starts at question, I'm probably not telling you to start.
And if it is Michael Wilson, it's Michael Wilson. So, but I don't think it is from the construct. And then PPR Hall or Watson. I'm playing Watson. I know it's not a great matchup, but I'll take my shot.
I got to differ with you here. I know the Brady Cook fear. I totally get
Hall's
it,
not healthy
Joe.
either, Fitzy. So health is also part of this conversation.
I know. I still, just because of the certainty that he's going to get, at least 10 touches today.
Well, let's see. How many
with all the 3?
Offensive
I know.
Will they have? Probably 6. So he'll at least get 6 touches.
Exactly. With all the 3 and outs, I get it.
I'm telling you, I think it's going to be. I think it could be that bad. We'll see. We'll see. But I can't wait. I'm not going to lie. I can't wait to see Phil Rivers play. I can't. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. May or Burrow?
I've got May ranked QB3 and Burrow right behind him at QB4. I couldn't sit May in this.
And then
game.
Ted McLaurin or Myers at the flex.
I have McMillan ranked highest here.
Chase is up. Happy almost Hanukkah, bro. That's right. It's a festival of lights going on around here. PPR, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Troy, Ricky, Adnai, Alec, Parker, Chris Rodriguez, Tootin. Or can pick up Booty.
All right, so
I like the streaming Booty, to tell you the truth. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, for me,
over
Joe,
Mitchell, drop Mitchell.
Franklin is actually my first choice here with no.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. I think he goes back into he's gotten his snaps cut the last couple of weeks, but with Pat Bryant out, I think Franklin goes right back to playing a good number of snaps, and he was leading in targets over Cortland Sutton most weeks prior to getting his snaps cut. So, then, oh boy, this almost
I like
does
streaming Booty.
You think so?
Look, who's got the most touchdown equity here in this group? Like I don't know what Alec Pierce is going to be. You already took your shot at Chris Rodriguez. Tootin, I can't get that. Ricky Pearsall's done nothing. Like I don't know, man. Booty in that offense has touchdown equity, and the Bills defense is soft. I'm sorry.
I do think it's close. Right now, I have Pearsall ranked. Do I have him? Yeah, I have him ranked about 5 spots ahead of Booty. I like the matchup for Pearsall today.
Hey, you're absolutely welcome to start Ricky Pearsall. Need 1 running back in a flex. Henderson, Hampton, T-Mac.
Hampton stays on the bench for me. I'd start Henderson and T-Mac.
It wasn't all that bad. I mean, he did have a touchdown, like a couple catches there.
He did. The only thing was, and I don't think this is going to carry over, Joe, but Kamani Vidal played more than twice as many snaps as Hampton.
That's the question. Does it turn or does it stay?
I think it's more 50-50, and at least what was good was that Hampton touched the ball on 65% of his snaps last week.
Yeah, Mikey's up next. Good morning, Mikey. Unfortunately, he's been pitched this week. All right. So maybe the last time this season. Oh, that's okay. You can still watch the shows. All right. I'm going to start here. Tyler Warren, Brenton Strange, or Isaiah Likely. I think it's got to be Likely if you're throwing it all to the
Yep.
wall, right?
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, the Bengals have given up so many more yards and touchdowns than any other defense against
Every
tight ends.
Steeler tight end scored a touchdown against them a couple weeks. All
It's
three.
week after week they get completely clocked by tight ends. I think you got to lean into the matchup, Mikey.
Dalton Kincaid hadn't played in weeks last week, and they showed up and he's like, I'm not missing to play the Bengals. He's like, I'm getting in here for this game. I don't care if my legs attached. Delonge need a wide receiver and two flex. Jaden Higgins, Worthy, Slayton, Johnston, Knight, Dowdle, or Chuba.
I have Slayton ranked highest of these wide receivers, Joe, and Debro and I are both really high on him in this matchup against the Commanders. Like, I think there's upside, and I don't know if you can ever say there's floor with Darius Slayton, but there is ceiling for sure. I want one of the Panthers running backs, and I would take Dowdle there.
Okay.
And
you got one more.
Boy, I think I'm going with Bam Knight here, just for the certainty of touches. I hate the matchup, but
tough matchup. I'd let it fly with Higgins and see what happens. Personally.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't feel strongly, but I think Higgins, Worthy, and Knight are really close call. Even QJ.
I don't even have a problem playing Chuba and Dowdle if you just want to just take it all.
I would only do that if you're like a 10-point favorite, because then you have no ceiling with those two spots. Like, you're locking in like 15 points out of those two spots. I don't think you want to do that unless you're a heavy favorite.
Do you pick up Theo Johnson to play over Kelsey?
No, I'd play Kelsey.
All right, let's go to Boz's question here. Good morning, bros. 3 playoffs. Need 2. Devin Neal, Amarian Hampton, Mike Wilson. Well, Wilson's definitely in there. Where do you want to go with the other one?
I'd play Neal over Hampton this week.
Need 1, Monangai or Amarian?
I have Hampton ranked 1 spot higher. Okay. Really close.
I can see Monangai in that weather, though, working at in that game. That's a Monangai game. Need 2, Neal, Chuba, Dowdle, or Amarian Hampton.
For that one, I'm going with Neal and Dowdle.
All right. Remember, everybody, today's sponsor of the show is DraftKings. New DK customers play $5, get $50 in Pick 6 credits. And this is how it's going to work here. You play your $5 in your first Pick 6 paid entry, and you'll get $50 in Pick 6 credits. That's right. Just $5 gets you 50 in Pick 6 credits. You lock in your picks, you take your shot at big wins, and use my promo code FPROS, or scan the QR code right there on the screen and then sign up and start playing. If you've been thinking about trying Pick 6, now is the perfect time to get in. So just use my promo code FPROS or the QR to sign up right now. And DraftKings customers, if you're new, you get $5 in there. You get paid $50 in Pick 6 credits. So let's build some lineups. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 887-889-7777 or visit ccpg.org. In Connecticut, must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. That's it. Ends 1/25/26 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Terms and picks.com/DraftKings promos, sponsored by DK. All right, let's get to the next one here. What do we have? Oh, we just have me. Oh, no. Wrong people. I'm not Chris Welsh. Hey, friendos. It's me, Chris Welsh. That's me. I'm Joe Pisapia. And that handsome young man is Andrew Erickson. Now, let's try again. Let's shuffle. Roll the dice. Well, there he is. It's
hey, there we go.
It's cold where Seth is, too. All right, so we did that one. Let's get to the next one here. And look, everybody, super chats, please. We've cut them off already. Just want to let everybody know, I see we're up to 70-something. We're not going to be able to answer everything in 2 hours. This first hour, we've already locked them out. So if you're just joining us here on the show, please, we cannot guarantee the super chat. So if you're okay with dropping it, that's fine. But I'm telling you right now, we cannot get to all of them. So just keep that in mind. All right, next up here, we have NN. Start 1, Higgins, Bird, and Booty.
Man, I've got Burden ranked 2 spots higher than Higgins in half PPR. I think they're like neck and neck when it's full PPR. I'd maybe pivot to Higgins just because I think he's got more reception potential than Burden.
All right, Ghosty's got an opponent that had Pitts, so got to catch up. I have Bucky and Evans play already. Well, Evans was pretty good. I need a full PPR running back, 2 wides, and a flex. CMC is always in, so that's your run. You playing Barkley, I assume, over the
other guys, he's the flex.
CD is in here for the
and Rice
receiver and Rice.
Yeah.
And flex, you got one more spot here. Well, Lindsay's hurt.
Um,
He's not playing. You want to play BTJ?
Wait,
Or
just one
Tracy?
flex, right, Joe? So
Mm-hmm.
we're playing CMC and Barkley. That's the running back in the
That's right. We're done
flex,
already. Yep, there
and
it
then
is.
CD and Rice. Yeah,
Look, you're still in this thing, man. You got a good
and
team there.
Ghostly says he's worried about CMC's back, dude. If you're overcoming Kyle Pitts, CMC has got to be part of that.
Oh,
Like
you're
you're
playing
not
CMC.
sitting
This
him.
is Titanic, baby. Titanic. Full PPR, start 2 running backs, 1 flex. Harvey, Marks, Diggs.
2-1 run. I think
2.
he's
One,
one
one's a running
running
back,
back,
one's a
one
flex.
flex. Because
Mm-hmm.
so who do we discard from this pile? In full PPR, Joe, I like Diggs way more than consensus does. I'm
I do
playing
too. I like Marks and Diggs. That's how I go.
Marks and Diggs. I think I might have Harvey more than one spot ahead of Mark. I know everyone loves the Marks is averaging like 3.5 yards per carry, and I think his high water mark in rushing yardage is 74, and he's not catching many passes. So I have, actually scratch that. I do have Marks ranked one spot ahead of Harvey.
All right,
That
go
is,
sleep.
I think that's a closer call than a lot
It
of
is
people
very
know.
close. No, I agree. It's very close. I feel like I need to shoot for the stars. I also need a QB to start for this week. Currently I have T-Law, but Mariota, Stroud. I would just play T-Law. I'm not mucking around here.
Yeah, same.
I see, JJ Love. I mean, Love is good, but I don't love the matchup.
No,
So
I
just
agree
play
with.
T-Law.
Yeah,
Take your QB 10 against the Jets this week or 11, whatever he ends up, and just, you get your point somewhere else. Flex position need 2. Christian Watson, Michael Pittman, Terry McLaurin, Ken Walker, and Michael Wilson. Wilson's definitely in. Can't not
yeah,
play
Wilson and it's between McLaurin and Walker for me, Joe. Like I think one of those things where in the tiebreaker, I'm giving the tie to the running back, the Bob Harris
It's a
flex
half.
principle.
In a half, too.
Yeah.
Colton, I can barely see over this question. Hey, huge fan. Must win round 2. Jameer Gibbs, Taylor, okay. Flex 2, we're looking here. All right, so here, it's got 2 flex here. You get ATN, Lamb, Jacobs, Waddle, Egbuka.
For me,
Lamb is
it's the first 2, Lamb and ETN. I've got ETN ranked ahead of Jacobs this week, with Jacobs having the tough matchup and not
ATN
fully
and Lamb.
healthy.
Egbuka already played, guy. So
Yeah, I've got Loop ahead of Prater. What do you think about that, Joe?
I think nothing of kickers. And then pick up Gesicki, Strange, Johnson, Dalton Schultz. So is there one of these guys you want to flex over Warren?
I have Strange. I have Strange ranked highest. I mean, he's averaging better than 9 yards a target. He doesn't get a ton of targets, but he's doing a lot with them.
All right, let's go to Steven's question. Start sit wants me to start Waddle over Travion Henderson and flex. Do you agree?
I think I do agree. I think it's a close. If it's,
I'm playing Henderson against the Bills. That's just me. It's not the again. This is not like me. I'm not like red, white, and blue, whatever Patriot. Like I understand the complexity of this with Ramondre involved there. I just think that they give up big plays, and Henderson's a big play guy.
You know what? I think I would do the same. It's just
I don't like Waddle playing with Tua in the cold. Like I know it worked
outside,
for the Jets last week, but it's a little bit.
I'm with you on Henderson. You convinced me.
Jesse P. Standard bench 1. Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Javonte Williams. Oh my gosh.
I have Javonte ranked lowest.
That's fair.
I have him 13. I've got Chase Brown 12. I've got Taylor 10. And who was the other one? Whoever the other one was, we're playing.
It's Saquon, I think.
Saquon I'm playing.
All right, next up here is Kevin, non-PPR, Goff or Mahomes?
I'm sticking with Mahomes.
Okay, and then 2 wide, 2 running back, and a flex. Waddle, Flowers, Slayton, Booty, Judy.
I don't love Flowers' matchup, but I'm still playing him over Slayton or Booty. I think you have to. Dude's on pace for 1,160 yards. I know the touchdowns have been sparse, and Waddle has to play for sure.
And
running backs,
PPR, it's a little different in terms of Flowers is frustrating. I get it.
Yeah, Barkley has to play, and I think I've got Rico ahead of Monangai, Joe, but do we flex Monangai? I would be cool with flexing Monangai.
I'm cool with that. And then you want to play Juwan Johnson or Tyler Warren?
Tyler Warren, even though I'm scared.
What's the Philip Rivers line today?
For over under on passing yardage, I'm gonna say it's about 171.5.
Oh, that's generous. I think.
I know it's higher than what the actual line is.
Mariota, Knicks, or Darnold today?
I'm
points
going
for a
with
touchdown.
Mariota.
Hilarious.
I'm going with Mariota. Some
Mariota.
rushing upside, a good, really good matchup, good pass catchers.
Also, would you play Mariota, Wandale, and Scary Terry? And I'll go in the same split. Look, I think that's going to be a high total game.
Yeah,
I do
same.
agree with that.
I have no issue with that.
All right, Brissett or Bryce Young? Look, I know Brissett's had a tough matchup here, but I'm going to go down with that ship.
Same. And we know the only thing that makes Brissett like have a terrible day is if they just a lot of 3 and outs and they can't pick up first downs. But otherwise, we know he's going to throw it at least like 35 times. So,
and then I'm going. This is Aaron Jones, C-Rod, Warren, or Corum. So obviously it's not C-Rod. So, man, Corum's been good lately.
For me, Warren for sure.
I
can't keep going to Corum when we know he's going to play a third of the snaps and get 7 to 12 carries, and he has a much tougher matchup against Detroit. So I would go Aaron Jones with the second.
Probably smart. Listen to Fitzy. Start 3 half PPR. Genty, Swift, Neal, Woody. So who's the odd man out?
Neal is the odd man out for me. He's 1 spot behind Swift.
All right, let's go to Morning Bros. Hampton, Rodriguez, or Gainwell. That's Hampton here for me.
Same. Oh, wait, we got to pick 2.
Oh, we got 2. All right.
You know, in PPR, I am taking Gainwell over Rodriguez, who adds nothing in PPR.
Who should I start, Dak or Purdy? I got to start Dak every week.
Dak, same.
Although
I gotta say, Brian Flores has been vexing opposing quarterbacks lately, Joe. Like he has been dialing up some. He's been in his bag, man. Like it has been a struggle against the Vikings the last 3 weeks.
Look,
but
they're averaging 33 points at home this year.
I agree.
I got to play Dak.
I agree.
Ferguson or Kittle? I'm playing Kittle here. And then Boswell or Bates?
You know, I'm going Boswell. Dan Campbell hates field goals. I'm going Boswell.
Sure does. Sure does. The Colonel's here. Hey, fellas, I'm going to be in the wall next week, and I need the truth. Start 1. Tight end, flex, Strange, Ferguson.
I've got Strange ranked a smidge higher than Ferguson.
Then Genty and Hampton.
Oh, so 1 running back and 1 flex out of all these guys.
Yeah.
So the receivers too. I'm going Genty over Hampton. And I think I'm going with Jefferson over Hampton in the flex.
I agree. Again, it's the Titanic.
In full PPR too. I think you have to
try. Who knows? Maybe he'll have a great game. Maybe he'll go on a hot streak in the last 3 weeks. Wouldn't that be hilarious? All the teams that missed the playoffs with Justin Jefferson watching him go off.
Yeah, I'm
15,
sure.
16, 17.
Everyone would be delighted.
Hubbard, Aaron Jones, Addison, or Monangai.
I'm going with Jones and Monangai. There's no floor with Addison as the number 2 receiver for JJ McCarthy, even in a good matchup. And defense for the week, Carolina, Saints, Dallas. I think I have Dallas ranked highest because of the
McCarthy's got to turn over.
Yeah, I mean, just
for sure.
Target JJ McCarthy.
Good morning, bros. Need a standard 1, Vidal Hampton or Woody. Bucky broke my heart.
I'm playing Woody over both Chargers.
Okay, and then 1 wide receiver, Tet, Jefferson, Franklin.
I've Tet ranked highest. Yeah.
Happy holidays to you, Peter. Good luck. Hope it works out for you. Let's go to Awell. Morning, brochachos. Or pro-chachos, actually, today. Full PPR, need 1 running back, 2 flex from Neal, Charbonnet, Singletary, Mason, Sutton, Theo Johnson, Dalton Schultz.
All right, I want to play Neal as the running back. I want to play Sutton in one of the flex spots. That leaves it between...
You want to stream Slayton?
Maybe if I was a big underdog, I would want to take that swing. But otherwise, I think he's safer with Singletary or Charbonnet. And I just want to double check on who I think I know who I have ranked higher, but want to make sure. Yeah, I've got Singletary ranked a little higher. I like Singletary a lot this week and think he is. A lot of people see Tracy as the preferred back here. In the 3 games since Mike Kafka took over, Singletary has averaged like 14 carries.
Yeah, I'm not a big on Tracy this week. Debro was. We disagreed on that. 2 wides and a flex. Dunze, he's out. Wilson's in.
They said he might play, but
he's out of my lineup. I ain't
foot
playing
issue.
him.
Yeah,
Michael Wilson's in. I'm not playing guys with foot issues. And then you get another wide receiver, so DK's the default there. Oh no, Jacoby Myers.
Agree. And I would play. And then who? DK or Neal, Joe? I would play Neal. For the touch certainty.
I like Monangai's touchdown equity still.
The, on-
I know I'm on a hill. I'm on an
the
island
only thing
here.
is it's PPR and Monangai is like maybe
I
getting
know,
one
but I think,
catch.
yeah, I just feel like this game, this matchup, this weather, this day, like this feels like a Chicago Bears. This 1990, we're gonna run the football
Sure.
kind of like
All right.
it's December Chicago. Like that's
So
just what the
we
feeling
agree
I
on
keep
Wilson
shaking.
and Myers, and we're
Yeah,
splitting between
we're
Neal
split
and
on the other one.
Monangai. Okay.
Risenberg, howdy bros, sit one, full PPR with an additional point for first downs, looking for the ceiling play because my rival opponent is loaded. Bowers, McLaurin, Fannin, or Henderson.
Sit one of these guys, eh? I hate to
How do you
say
feel
it.
about Kenny Pickett playing? Because I think that's the answer.
I, I can't play Fannin over Bowers. I just can't do it.
Okay,
I,
I think that's fair.
for me, Fannin would be the set, even though, Fannin's had like a 25% target share since Shador took over. I know it looks really good, but I just
He's a
can't play
stud,
him over
but I agree.
Bowers.
I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. All right, on a bye this week, should I drop BTJ for Emmanuel Wilson? No, I don't think so.
No, no, we think Jacobs is going to play. The reporting suggests that Jacobs is going to play.
Would you drop Jennings, Pittman, or Debo to pick up Emmanuel Wilson? I mean, look, by the time you get into these last 2 weeks too, you're only fighting like one or two other teams here for waivers.
I mean, if BTJ is your fifth receiver and you only have to start two, I'm cool with it.
All right.
If he wants to back that up, I get it.
Love you guys. Thanks so much for the love. Appreciate it. Half PPR, pick one, Darius Slayton, Chuba Hubbard, Jayden Reed, or Chris Rodriguez if he plays.
I'm going Slayton. Like I feel good about Slayton. I don't feel as good as Jayden Reed as ECR does, and I don't want to play Chris Rodriguez.
And then Sanders or Shuck.
I would play Shuck.
All right. Just a reminder, everybody, too, as you keep dropping the super chats, again, we did cut them off earlier in the show. We cannot guarantee we will get to all of them. It's a 2-hour show. We're in the first hour. There are 70 super chats in the queue. That's at least an hour's worth. So we will open it back up. But again, if you want to drop them, that's fine. But just know there's no guarantee we can get to all of them. Thank you, guys, for the help. 4 out of 5 playoffs. That's terrific. Pick 3, Dowdle, Tracy, Javante, Henderson. I definitely want Henderson and Williamson.
Yeah, and I think we're both going Dowdle over Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Start 1, Singletary, Monangai, Charbonnet, QJ, or in one of those groupings there.
Yeah, I think we're both team Monangai on that one, I think right?
So. Yeah, and then Stafford or Burrow.
I
have Burrow higher this week.
I think I might. Is Stafford my number 2? I think he is, Joe.
Really?
I mean, no Brian Branch, no Terry and Arnold. I can't remember if Kirby Joseph is playing or not, but like the Detroit secondary is just completely decimated. Puka and Devontae are going to shred that secondary this week.
Burrow, okay, wide receiver in a flex. Jennings, Pollard, Watson, Tet.
I want Jennings and Tet.
Jennings and Tet. Next up, Awesome Dev, friend of the show. Good morning, full PPR, need upside. 1 wide receiver, Slayton, Watson, Pierce, Vele.
I got to go Watson out of that group.
Likely or Ferguson?
Likely.
And then Hampton, Vidal, Chuba, or C-Rod.
I would go Hampton.
I would go Hampton there too. Let's get to Jess's question. It's playoff time. It's right, Jess. It sure is. Strange or grab Likely?
I would grab Likely in the matchup against Cincinnati.
Okay. Question from Harley. Happy playoffs, half PPR. Lamar or Stafford?
Only guy I've ranked ahead of Stafford is Josh Allen. I'm starting Stafford.
Okay, and then Aaron Jones or Bowers in the flex?
Yeah. Joe, I mean, Kenny Pickett, a defense that doesn't give up much to tight ends. There, I think I have to go Aaron Jones over Bowers.
I don't disagree. Tough matchups with Rice, Pickens, and McBride, but have to start him. Yes.
Yes.
Aaron Jones over Javante? No.
No.
Not for me. All right. Hi, guys. Panthers, Bills, or Giants?
Panthers, Bears, Bills, or Giants. I'm just, I think I have the Bears ranked highest of those. Yeah, I have the Bears ranked 5th this week. Shador, the Browns offensive line is completely decimated, and we know Shador holds onto the ball too long.
All right. And here we go. G-Man, half PPR, need 2. Diggs, Jalen Warren, Ramondre, Pollard.
For me, it's Diggs and Warren.
And then Schultz or Andrews?
I'm going Andrews against the Bengals.
Everybody eats on tight end. Howdy, half PPR, sit 1. Olave, Tet, Waddle, Jacoby.
Jacoby's been great, but he's my lowest ranked of these guys.
Oh, interesting. Okay, next up here.
Why did you?
I would have gone Waddle sit personally, but I get it. I understand. Jacoby's been pretty solid. I think overall. It's just whether or not they don't have to push the total today. Obviously, with Jacksonville,
Yeah.
Jacksonville's in a spot where they should win this game handily,
Right.
in theory. I think the Jets could get shut out today. That's how bad I think it could be. On the road, the third string quarterback, this deep into the season with a team that's quit. That's dangerous. This is dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
Good morning, fellas. Full PPR. Start Travion Henderson or McLaurin in the flex.
Close, but I'm going with the running back here with Henderson.
And other wide receivers are Lamb, Adams. The RBs are Henry and Javante. Also start Burrow or May.
I've got May one spot ahead of Burrow.
And that's why the Patriots will win, my friend. Burrow or Dak?
I'm going with Burrow. Like
I agree.
I'm concerned
Those games
about
historically have high totals.
Yeah, and the matchup for
those
Dak is not all that great this week.
Yeah, I don't care if you're facing Chase and Pitt. It doesn't matter. You start the best players. It's about your points, not theirs. I always hate that. This guy has that guy. I don't care.
I mean, I get the stacking compulsion.
Well, not against this opponent stack. What I'm saying is my opponent has Chase, but I have Burrow. It's your opponent has Pickens and you have Dak. Right. It doesn't matter. Choose your poison. It's gonna be what it is. Yeah. Now, I do think if it really were to micromanage it to that sense, I would roll the dice on Dak getting points without Pickens before Burrow getting points without Chase.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're looking for something to go sideways, it's the Bengals offense going sideways and Chase having a bad day. But how often does that happen?
Yeah.
Gabriel, Myers, McLaurin, Michael Wilson, Dowdle, Jones, pick 2.
So I would go with Wilson and McLaurin.
I agree.
Just McLaurin by a smidge over Myers.
Turtles be turtin'. Brochachos, 3 teams, 3 playoffs. All 1 bye. Nice. Burrow or May? We've done this. It's May for Fitzy.
I'm still going May, yeah.
Opponent has Chase again. Who cares? Start 2, full PPR. Javante, Kyron, Travion, Quinshon, Devonta Smith.
I think I'm going with the first 2. I've gone back and forth on Quinshon, Joe. I like Quinshon because there's no Jerome Ford, no Dylan Sampson. It's going to be an all you care to eat smorgasbord of touches. The only issue is the Browns are down so many offensive linemen. I'm a little concerned about that. So I think I'd play Kyron over. I think I've got Kyron ranked 1 spot ahead of QJ.
Ferguson or Likely? We've said likely. Debo, Dobbs, Franklin sit 1.
Dobbs would be the sit for me, no 100%.
Question. Morning, y'all. What's up, Shannon? Dak, Purdy, or Dart?
I have Dart ranked highest.
Wow.
I love the matchup, and he runs.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I like Dak's safety, but I'm always afraid of Dart in the blue tent. That's my problem with Dart.
I get it.
I don't want to leave my playoffs to the blue tent. Plays with his hair on fire, which I love, but I just don't love it for playoffs. I get you.
Sure. And I have Kincaid ranked ahead of Likely this week.
And Ferguson, okay. Paul's up next. Got a tough one here. PPR need 2 running backs in a flex. Pick from Woody, Rico, Karen. Karen? I assume it's... Karen doesn't get enough credit, She complains about playing time, though, all the time. Just constantly complaining. Neil, Tet, Michael Wilson, Tyrone Tracy, Aaron Jones.
All right, 2 running backs in a flex, huh? I think we're going with Woody. And if that's Kyron, we're going with Kyron. If it's not, Rico would be my next highest. Devin Neal would be. If that's not Kyron, it's something else. So Woody, I think Kyron, Woody, Neal.
Kyron, probably.
Yeah. And then I have Wilson ranked ahead of McMillan this week.
I got to play Wilson. Yeah. Look, I don't care. You're in the playoffs because of Michael Wilson. That's it. If it goes sour, it goes sour, but you wouldn't have gotten there, Yeah. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Full PPR, 2 flex, Debo, BTJ, Watson, Neal, Tyrone Tracy, or Chuba.
I'm going with Neal in one of those spots. And man, I'm pretty torn between BTJ and Debo here. You got to lean there, Joe, because I feel like it's neck and neck.
I do too. I would go BTJ just because I think the weather's going to be easier to work in.
Yeah.
It's cold here. It's 25 degrees. It's snowy. It's brutal. Isaac Masterson, half PPR, pick 2. Harvey, Travion, Quinshon. Look, by game time, the snow will be gone in New Jersey in terms of the field will be clear and all that stuff, but it's going to be cold. It's very cold here. Pick 2, RJ Harvey, Travion, Quinshon, Judkins.
I have Judkins ranked 14th, Harvey 17th, Henderson 18th.
So Judkins and Harvey for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Tyrone,
but
Tracy,
like
or Brees?
he was worried about Harvey. I would not. I mean, I have Harvey one spot ahead of Henderson. I would not if his gut is saying Henderson. I'd go with that.
All right, how about this one? Henderson. Oh, excuse me. Brees or Tyrone, Tracy?
I'm going with Brees here.
Full PPR. Juwan or Andrews?
Andrews against the Bengals.
Albert. Do I start Bo Nix, Caleb, or Shador? They already
All
started
right,
Kyle Pitts, so let's
I'm
be
not
safe.
playing Shador in the cold and with his line all banged up. It's between
I
Knicks.
think Bo Nix is the same. Look, I know everyone hates it, but Bo Nix is what, QB9 all year? Like, just take the points.
I've got Knicks QB 19 and Caleb QB 20, so I agree.
Just come on. But it's not fair to Bo Nix because it's not always pretty, but like he shows up and fantasy points just accumulate out of thin air in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's frustrating. Don't watch it. Just start him and don't watch. That's my advice to you. Good morning, fellas. Tough spot with my flex. T is out. Full PPR. Monangai, Franklin, Dunze, Singletary, or Pearsall.
I mean, we're probably both on Team Monangai here, right, Joe?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's full PPR. I like Monangai today. Henderson or Marks? And
I've
I'm
got
starting Monangai, so I put my money where my mouth is,
Yeah.
everybody. We're going down the ship together.
I've got Marks ranked higher, legacy.
Yeah, that I understand for sure. Charbonnet or Gainwell?
I'm going Charbonnet just because I think it's going to be a run-friendly game script for the Seahawks.
May over Purdy for me. How about you?
Yes.
Diggs or Tet?
I've got Tet ranked a little higher, and ECR is clear on preferring Tet over Diggs.
Why is it so cold? It's only December. Shouldn't this be like February weather we're talking about? Like, what the hell?
We got 9 inches. We got 9 inches of snow in Chicago here, like 2 days after Thanksgiving, Joe, in November. Gross. It's brutal.
On a bye, main league. Just wanted to say thanks. Oh, look at that. Good stuff. Great avatar, too. Family looks great. All right. Van Rod, friend of the show, full PPR, one wide receiver and a flex. Jennings, McMillan, Henderson, and Hampton.
McMillan and Henderson.
Okay. Barry Kuda is up here. Hurts or May?
May.
And then Neal or Dowdle?
I would play Neal. He gets all the touches now, man.
All right, so we got through all the guaranteed super chats, so that's good. So these are gravy now. We'll try to catch up before we pass the baton as much as we can. Tom the Tiger, 3 of 3 in the playoffs because of y'all. It's because of you, Tom, but we're just here to support. Warren or Strange?
I've got Warren ranked a little higher, Joe. I don't feel super confident in it. The hope is that Phillip Rivers leans hard on his tight end.
Do you think he throws a touchdown today? I think he does.
I think he gets one.
I'm rooting for him. I mean, maybe it's the old man in me now. Like I just want to do it. Yeah. Let's go. Metcalf or JMO?
JMO.
Okay. Good luck to you, Tommy boy. All right, let's go to Diggs or Sutton.
I've got Diggs ranked higher. Revenge game, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, look, he got up to play the Bills last time. Do you think he's got 2 of them in him? I think he does. Yep. He strikes me as a spiteful fella, which I like. I'm kind of a spiteful fella too. Harold Fannin or Rico Dowdle?
Oh man, you know what? I think I'm going Fannin here in full PPR. That's fair. Rico and Chuba. That is a split backfield now.
Pick 2: Sutton versus Green Bay, Jacoby versus the Jets, or Ladd versus KC.
Jacoby for sure. I'm really torn on Sutton versus Ladd, Joe. How do you feel about that?
I don't love the Green Bay secondary. I mean, I think you would agree.
Yeah, I mean it's right now. I've got Ladd ranked 2 spots higher, and I'm not sure I feel.
Well, Ladd was dealing with he was a Q tag all week too. So between his Q tag and Herbert's health, like I don't know. I just go and take the healthy guy.
Yeah, I'm cool with Sutton, and with like no Pat Bryant, maybe that consolidates targets a little bit.
Maybe, probably not, but it's good theory. Yeah. Start 1 PPR. TD's double over 50 yards. Oh, that's interesting. I hate quirks. Like I don't like all those weird wacky things. Like there's just
it's a quirk, but I'm gonna make a recommendation that might play into that
the quirk
scoring format. I'm gonna recommend Slayton.
I do. That's what
I mean, Ramondre is the runner-up for me, but Ramondre is probably not catching more than a couple of passes, right, Joe? Like.
I was gonna say Loveland would be the second for me if it wasn't Slayton.
The only thing is with Odunze back, I think there's less daylight for Loveland, and he shares snaps with Cole Kmet, which is annoying.
All right, Dustpan Joe is hurting. 2 running backs here: Dowdle, Hubbard, Spears, Charbonnet, JCM. Ugh.
Gotta go Dowdle. I would play JCM if Chris Rodriguez does not play. Like that would be my second choice. If he does, I think I'm going with Charbonnet.
Okay.
If he's hurting, you can't go with both Carolina running backs. Can't do that. So
okay. Next one here is El Rodeo, Mahomes or Purdy?
I've got Mahomes ranked one spot higher. Really close, though.
Woody or Judkins?
This one's tough, Joe. I mean, if it's... I think I'm going with Judkins here.
I think that's a fine choice. And then Wandale or Harvey?
I have to go Harvey with the running back. That's a tough one though. I don't.
Excellent avatar too. By the way.
How do you feel about that one, Joe? Wandale versus Harvey.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Like Harvey to me is like very touchdown dependent at this point.
He is, but he's also going to get 15 touches against the Packers today. He's got that base.
You would think so. Start 2 at wide receiver: Tet, Myers, Ladd, and Marks.
I'm starting Marks and Tet.
Okay.
Oh, 2 wide receivers. Okay, Ladd is the odd guy out for me.
Okay. David's up here. Also, you think CMC gets a slight snap count? I don't. No. I don't. They'll have a lead in this game, and then you might come out. But I think his total went down to 65.5. It was 71.5. Like, it's going to go over, I still think, his rushing total.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine.
Pick 2, Diggs, Smith, Sutton, Monty, Hubbard.
For me, it's Diggs and Devontae Smith.
Okay, good luck. Good luck to all these Peters in here. Everybody's in here. Let's go to golf. Start 2, Bowers, Jennings, Diggs, Dowdle, Myers. Half PPR 2.
Diggs and Myers for me, Joe.
Okay, next up, water and ice outdoors. Hey, guys. Full point PPR. Start 2 of the 3 wide receivers. Debo, McLaurin, Jennings.
McLaurin and Jennings. We don't want to start both commanders.
Had Evans on the bench. Ooh. Debo and I were very, very pro starting Mike Evans because our thought process was if Mike Evans is back, then he's back to play. So you got to start him. Half PPR, pick 2, Higgins, Reed, Luther, Pearsall.
I would start Higgins and Burden.
Seattle or Houston defense?
Oh, man, I think they're both top 3 options for me. Just let me check which one I have higher. I think I have Seattle ranked first. Last time we saw Phillip Rivers in that Indy year, he didn't want to get hit. He got sacked 19 times in 16 games. So that was well below his career sack rate. That's the only concern I have, but I think Seattle is still a really good play.
I would play Seattle.
Yeah.
I love the Houston defense, but if Seattle's out there,
I've got him ranked 1, 2. It's hard to go wrong there.
Yeah. Flex 1, Tet, Hampton, KW3, Dowdle, Jennings.
In PPR, I think I'm playing Tedero McMillan here.
I don't think you can come off the couch 4 years later and play football at that age and that body type, but I want to be wrong, but I want to watch it because it's good TV. Reed or Burden? I'll play Burden here.
Burden.
Yeah, Mr. Morowitz is here. Purdy or Dart? It's Dart for Fitzy, I believe.
It is Dart for me.
And then Jacobs, Woody, Rico, Hampton, Brees, 2 running backs from that group.
I'm going Jacobs and Woody.
And then we're playing Wilson.
We're playing Wilson. And
I'm
flexing Tedero McMillan.
I agree. Yeah. And then Warren or Gesicki.
I have Warren ranked higher. I see the appeal with Gesicki though, with no T. Higgins.
With Higgins out. Yeah, no, I don't think that's a dumb question.
Yeah, like I'm not. I really struggled with what to do with Warren in the rankings. So if you want to avoid the whole Colts passing game scene, and I totally get that, I'm fine with Gesicki.
Also, Debo, for everybody who's asking Debo questions, he was dealing with an illness. He's going to play, but, sometimes when these guys are sick and it's cold outside, not everybody's Michael Jordan. I currently have Ferguson and Bowers in the flex, and I'm nervous about Bowers and Philly. You should be. Should I keep him in the flex or go with Woody Marks?
Well, I'd go Marks over Ferguson. Ferguson's been hurt, and Ferguson does not do a lot typically in games where Lamb and Pickens are both playing.
True.
So
that's true. Morning, guys. PPR in the playoffs. Diggs or Addison? Diggs.
Or
more. Diggs, still Diggs. Yeah. Purdy, Dart, or Burrow? I'm Team Burrow here.
Same. No, I've got Burrow ranked 4th. Dart's 7th. So
Strange or Theo?
I have Strange ranked 1 spot higher.
Okay. Next up here is Logan, bench 1. Nico, Waddle, Michael Wilson, Tet. Who's the odd man out? I think it's Waddle for me in this group.
Yeah, I know it's Waddle free. I have Waddle ranked ahead of Tet, but I agree it's between those two, Joe, and it's super close. I mean, they're ranked separated by 2 spots.
Brenton Stranger, Mark Andrews.
Andrews.
Okay, next up here, Diggs, Pickens, Waddle, Javante Kyron. JJ, Diggs, Pickens, Waddle, Javante Kyron.
I
Bench
think we're
one.
both benching Waddle, right, Joe?
I
Or
am.
what? Or Jefferson? So
No,
I have Waddle
I'm
ranked
not.
ahead of Jefferson.
I get it, and I understand why. You're probably right, but again, he's my first pick. I'm in the playoffs. How somehow I'm still in the playoffs with Jefferson. I'm going to play him. It's the Cowboys. It's high total. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it
All right.
sucked. Like I that's me. If you don't want to do it, I totally understand.
All
I have
right.
no
Split
problem with the
split
pivot.
decision. One
Split
says
decision
bench
on that. I
Jefferson,
get
one
it.
says bench Waddle.
Again, there's only like one Titanic player per team. And it's like those are the guys I'm playing. PPR start one at Dunze, Flowers, or Lad.
Even though Flowers is going against DJ Turner, who kind of shut him down on Thanksgiving night, I'm going with Flowers here, especially with Bateman hurt. He's basically the only game in town at receiver for the Ravens.
Who would you start in my last two flex spots? Brees, Swift, Addison, Tyler Warren, or Gainwell?
I'd start Brees and Swift.
Okay. Half PPR, Woody, Genty, Walker, Rico.
Pick three, so we're
So who's
only.
the odd man out?
I would ace out Rico just because of the uncertain workload split.
It's fair. All right. Next up here is Cheryl. Need to play two. Dowdle, Hubbard, Neil, Monangai.
For me, it's Dowdle and Neal. For Joe, it's Dowdle and Monangai, right?
I love me some Monangai. Chicago Bears run the football in December. That's what we're going to do. We're going to run the football there, Pat. Pat, we're going to run that football right down their throats. That's what's going to happen there. Save me. I'm playing against Pitts and Evans. Oh, I don't know if we could save you from this one, Box. This might be one of those times where the bear eats you, but we'll try. Two running backs, two flex. Genty, Walker, Monangai, Franklin, Watson, Kincaid. I don't know if those guys are saving you, buddy.
The three running backs and Watson.
I hope for a 2-touchdown day for Watson, but it doesn't look good. Just enjoy the season. Glad you had it. Steven, thanks for what you guys do. Appreciate it, Steven. Half PPR, Watson or Jefferson this week?
It's Jefferson. Jefferson for me.
Tough matchup for Watson, for sure. Pick three, half PPR, Watson, Debo, BTJ, Metcalf, Burton, Higgins. Well, T. Higgins isn't playing.
Yeah, I've got
Jaden, I assume?
You would think so. Metcalf, BTJ, and I'm just trying to see if I think I have Watson ranked like one spot ahead of Debo. I do have Watson ranked one spot ahead of Debo. Debo not fully healthy. The only concern, Joe, I mean, we know how good the Denver pass rush is, and Watson's average depth of target is like 20 yards. Is Jordan Love going to have enough time to find Watson on those deeper routes?
I don't know. I think he can get loose once or twice. I do, because I think he's that kind of talent, but it's going to be tough. Look, Jordan Love's playing his best football all year, last 2 weeks. Since Thanksgiving, I think you're seeing Jordan Love's best football. Would you agree? You're a tough grade, but
yeah, he has been. I mean, they want to be run heavy if they can. It'll be interesting to see what their game plan looks like today.
I agree. All right, need two flex spots: Judkins, Jones, BTJ, Watson, and Dobbs.
Who is Jones Jr.? Is that Aaron Jones?
Aaron Jones, I assume.
I do not want to steer Jordan wrong because he's lifting a lot of weight in that avatar. So
serious, Jordan, serious man.
Judkins for sure. I'm pretty torn between Jones and BTJ. If it's full PPR, I think I'm going BTJ, and I have BTJ just ahead of Watson in my rankings, Joe. But if it's like standard or half, I think I just take the two running backs, honestly.
All right, next up, Jonathan, PPR flex, Ferguson, Jones, Robinson. No, there is CMC, so there's no CMC. Pittman. So where do you want to go here with this one?
I mean, if we get some sort of word that CMC isn't going to play, which I do not expect that we're going to get, then play Robinson.
Everything I've seen is like, oh yeah, he's going to play. Like, yeah,
and then I would play Aaron Jones otherwise.
Yes, Christian Watson at Denver or Chris Olave at Carolina.
Olave for me, especially in full PPR.
Same Z's. Logan is up. Christian Watson or Olave. Oh, sorry, we just did that one. Wrong click there. Howdy, bros. Happy PPR. Fannin or Michael Wilson?
Wilson.
Not close. Not close for me. Cameron Collins, two wide receivers. Pittman, Burden, Higgins, Pearsall, or Debo?
Debo for sure, and a reluctant Pittman for me, Joe.
A reluctant Pittman.
What about you? How do you feel about Pittman with Phillip Rivers? I feel like Pittman gets hurt less than Alec Pierce because Alec Pierce is the deep ball guy, and 100%. I don't think Rivers is going to be throwing many deep balls today.
I agree. Pittman and Warren are the only startable guys in that receiving-ish group. I would probably play it safer with Higgins and Burden, I think, or one of those two guys with Debo.
I worry that with how Dunze
I would go to Burden. If not, then I would go Higgins and Debo
And it
take
does.
the Pittman out of the equation.
The reporting says they expect Odunze to play, and the scary thing is that Burden sometimes splits those slot snaps
I
with
know.
Lamine
Yeah.
Zaccheaus.
Yeah, I don't love that. Full PPR, Judkins or Hubbard?
I'm going Judkins.
And then Waller, Strange, Gesicki.
I've got Strange ranked slightly ahead of Gesicki, but I think that's really close.
Okay, QB, Mahomes, Purdy.
I have Mahomes ranked higher.
Wide receiver 3 and a flex, Michael Wilson, Watson, Bird, Monangai, Corum. Well, Wilson
I think we're
definitely in there.
Wilson, and I think I'm going Watson over Monangai.
All right, I will continue to take Monangai this week. I'm very high on Monangai this week. Morning, guys. Need 3 in the flex spots. Full PPR Dynasty playoffs. Swift, Singletary, Pittman, Devonta Smith, Jacoby, and Chuba.
Swift, Devontae, Jacoby for me.
Okay. Aaron Jones or Chris Rodriguez? Aaron Jones.
Yeah, the guy who's not named Chris Rodriguez here.
Yes, anyone not named Chris Rodriguez.
Michael especially Wilson, in PPR, man. He's such a 0 in PPR. Come on.
Look, PPR definitely Wilson still, and then standard K9 or Warren. I like Warren still, but
wait. Oh, Jalen Warren. I hope. Okay. Yeah, we're not talking about a flex. I was thinking I had Tyler Warren on the brain. I agree, Jalen Warren over Walker.
Okay. Yeah. After a certain time, some of the names do start to kind of cross your brain a little bit. Matthew is up next here. Standard scoring 3 wides, 2 running backs, and a tight end. 1 flex, wide receiver. St. Brown's always in. Lamb's always in. So there's your 2 wide receivers.
Yep.
Michael Wilson's in. There's your 3rd wide receiver. Chase Brown is in. Henry's in. Tight end is Kincaid. Yes.
I've got Fannin 4th and Kincaid 5th.
I like they call it Fanning, as though he's like related to Dakota or Elle Fanning. And you get 1 flex with the remaining guys. So that's
between
McLaurin
or Judkins in standard scoring. I want Judkins.
I agree. All right. Next up, we've got JM, tough standard league. Started Egbuka Thursday night. Must start 2 more. J-Mo, Tet, Christian Watson.
Yeah, I'm sitting Watson and starting J-Mo and Tet.
Brees or BTJ?
I'm going Brees here. Kind of the Bob Harris rule of flex. Go with the running back over the receiver when in doubt.
He's a smart, handsome, bald man. That's a friend of ours. Morning Bros, Strange or Likely?
Likely.
Jennings, Monangai, or one of the 2 tight ends there. I'm still Team Monangai here, but if you want to go Jennings, I understand.
I'm Team Jennings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine. Was it a PPR? I can't say.
I don't think he said.
It's PPR. I can fine with Jennings.
Yeah.
Going against Pitts and his insane week, so I need upside. It's amazing how many playoff teams had Pitts on it, isn't it, Fitzy?
Yeah.
Or nobody wanted to take Pitts. Somehow he ended up on a lot of playoff teams. Full PPR RB2 options here. Warren. Well, it's not right. So
if Evan upside, start the 2 guys who are actually going to play, Walker and Warren.
Yep, done and done. Agreed 100%. Next up here is Robo. Hey, guys, torn in half PPR, 1 running back, 2 flex. Marks, Genty, J-Mo, Harvey, Javonte, B-Rob.
I'm going Marks over Genty at running back.
Here. I like Javonte.
Oh, I didn't see Javonte down there. Okay, Javonte. Yes. All right, so Javonte, I would flex Marks and J-Mo.
All right. Monangai or Dowdle?
Over Harvey based on matchup. No, I've got Harvey
not
ranked
there.
highest.
Sorry, I didn't. I was reading too fast there. Reed, Pierce, or Yoshi Voss?
I mean, it's between Pierce and Yosavash for me.
Okay.
Joe, what do you think about that one?
I think it's all bad.
Do we go? I would say go with the guy tied to Joe Burrow rather than the guy tied to the 5 years retired Phillip Rivers. So Yosavash.
I agree with that sentiment. Who would you start for the higher upside? Devonta Smith, Terry McLaurin, Jameson Williams, or Tet McMillan?
Who is higher upside than Jameson Williams?
Nobody. But he's also got the biggest bust. So in the play now, like, let's take out that upside question. Who do you start?
I still have J-Mo ranked highest.
Okay, because I think that's an important thing to answer too. Hurts or Trevor Lawrence?
Hurts.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, if they lose, it's gonna be a riot in Philadelphia.
Right
now. Andrews are likely. This is the quintessential question. Everything, the nexus of the universe question.
I have Andrews ranked 1 spot higher. I have them as rankings twins. I think it's basically a true 50-50. I know our guy Ryan Wormley, who is the resident Ravens fan, he would play Isaiah Likely.
PPR, Rico Hampton or Chris Rodriguez?
not Rodriguez.
I go Hampton here.
Yeah, I think in PPR I like that too.
And I would play Wilson over Jettis. Like that I
Same.
can't. Like I just can't. As much as I want to play Jefferson today because I have, I believe in that strategy, I just can't. Dart or Purdy?
Dart for me.
Also amazing how many Jefferson teams are in the playoffs. Like we're getting a lot of
I
questions
know.
about Jefferson. They're all in the
Shocking.
playoffs. So maybe you should just keep playing Jefferson. Odunze, Worthy, Watson ranked.
How are they ranked? I have it Watson, Worthy, Odunze.
I was gonna say it's reverse order for me, so we're in agreement. Next up here, two flex. Slayton, Shakir, Monangai, Pollard, Worthy, Pearsall, and Vele.
I think Shakir has to play in full PPR. Then does it come down to Slayton, Monangai for us, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not buying the Pollard thing from last week again.
No,
like that guy's done nothing with his
silly.
touches all year. So I think it's down to Slayton, Monangai. I'm fine with Monangai for like the safer floor on a cold day in Chicago when they're going to run the ball a lot.
Would you play Pittman or Vele if you had that choice between those two guys?
I would play Pittman over Vele.
Okay. Even with the Philip Rivers situation, like
I would.
Okay. It's so bizarre. Like it's such a weird anomaly at this point in the year to have something like this pop up. Throw me a lifeline here. Justin Jefferson versus the Cowboys, Jacoby versus the Jets, or Terry McLaurin versus the Giants.
I've got them all grouped pretty close together, but my order of preference is Jefferson, McLaurin, and Myers.
All right. Next one here is Goon. Pick one defense: Cowboys, Chiefs, Browns, or Saints.
I'm going Cowboys against JJ McCarthy.
Turnovers, baby. Turn it over. Speaking of turning things over, we're going to turn things over to Tom and the Welsh in just a second here. First, quick reminder to everybody that game day is available for you to keep tabs on all of your playoff teams today and the rest of the playoffs. And you can check it out at fantasypros.com/game day. Download the Fantasy Pros app and start hanging out with the game day. And if you're not sure if somebody's going to be in or out, are they playing? Another great tool too. fantasypros.com/are they playing? We'll tell you. Again, download the app. There's still plenty of time to sync your leagues for free. And Pat Fitzmaurice, great stuff here from you as always. We're going to hit a quick break. When we return, Welsh and Tom will take over from here. Answer all your start-sit questions. Good luck, everybody, in round one of the playoffs. Stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Chris Welsh with a very important public service announcement. Do you suffer from any of the following? Making the wrong lineup decisions every single week. A Brock Bowers late scratch. How about Jaylen Warren playing in London, then it's like super early, then he's not playing? Do you live on the West Coast and being forced into unreasonable 6 a.m. times to check your lineups? If you answered yes to any of those, we've got a solution for you. Fantasy Pros Autopilot. Autopilot can be your hero, whether you struggle with the right decisions, you're super busy, or you just need some saving from that last minute deactivation like the Jaylen Warren in London thing. Here's how Autopilot works. First, you can just swap inactive players. You can set it up where My Playbook will automatically swap out players with suggested lineup changes for inactive players. Or you can turn on full autopilot mode, where My Playbook will automatically submit or suggest the optimal lineup based on the latest expert consensus ranks. Don't let late decisions or even your time zone ruin a fantasy matchup any single week. Work smarter, not harder at fantasypros.com/myplaybook to get started today. Why did I not have autopilot set up for Jaylen Warren? What's up, friends? From me to me, it is hour 2 of your fantasy playoff Q&A. I am the Welsh. That is Tom Strachan. We got you covered for another full hour of questions for the playoffs. Week 15, playoff craziness. You guys are locking in the queue. I would roughly say that we have a maximum of 10 minutes where we can guarantee any more super chats. That's probably at best, because we've got a nice big queue that Tom and I are going to be working from. So at best, you've got 5 to 10 minutes if you want to drop a super chat in, at least if we're going to guarantee it. But we got a lot to get to. What's up, Mr. Tom Strachan? How are you, buddy?
Yeah, doing good. I mean, this week is always one of the most brutal weeks. Those teams that you think have been fantastic all season. I mean, hey, we didn't even get past Thursday Night Football before Kyle Pitts ruined a lot of weeks for people. So always enjoy this week, but always find it a tough one at the same time.
Yeah, actually, interesting thing that Pisapia said, it is surprising how many teams had Kyle Pitts and Justin Jefferson in playoffs. Like how many of that question exists simply because of just how bad and inconsistent it had been. But I know there's going to be a lot of that, a whole lot more, and a big old queue. So we're ready to get at it. So let's have some fun, everybody. Let's rock. Kicking off hour 2 with Master of Sparks. I get points for kickoff returns. The Lions' Tom Kennedy has had 28 and 29 points the last 2 weeks. Good Lord, what do you do, like a point per 10 yards? And Debo has been sick. Lions versus Rams should have lots of kickoff returns. Should I bench Debo for Tom Kennedy? What a weird thing.
I'm fine with it. Like that scoring system, you know it better than we do, but it makes sense to do it. I think Debo is a good play against the Giants, who've given up plenty of wide receiver fantasy points. But like, if that Lions-Rams game goes the way we're expecting with loads of kickoffs, then yeah, it should work.
Debo also gets kickoffs though sometimes, but probably not when he's sick. So I think you're fine with it. I'm assuming that has to be like 10 points per, or a point per 10 yards on kick returns. That's the only logical one, which is a wild amount. So yeah, I think you can do it. All right, Bob. Pick 2, Monangai, Neal, Rodriguez, Tedero, McMillan.
So I'll put Tedero in there, and then I would like to lean to Monangai on this one. Like, even with it being a tough matchup, I think that the weather's going to favor the ground game a bit.
Agreed on that. I don't want to be dismissive of Devin Neal too much.
Yeah.
Just simply because he's going to be the guy. If this were full PPR, I think I would say Devin Neal. If it's half, I think I go with Monangai because I think he's going to get targets as well. But Tedero is the constant. Chris Rodriguez, no thanks. Nope. Envision. Who do I start at running back? Aaron Jones, Tracy, Neal, and then we'll go to the other. So pick one, probably Aaron Jones here.
Yeah, agreed. Aaron Jones.
Also, what is the best lineup for running back flex? Amon-Ra, Scary Terry, Tetaroa, Amon-Ra here, right?
So if it's a wide receiver and a flex, then yeah, Amon-Ra, and then the second one for me.
Oh,
I'm quite high on Terry McLaurin this week. Maybe
me too. He was in the bet. He's on the Betting Pro show. That is scary if you and I are going to do this week. But Betting Pro show, I'm all in on Terry McLaurin with Mariota this week. So I took the overs. So I think him and Tedero are really close, but I do have McLaurin higher. And I'm not as high. I'm just going to throw this out right now because I know it'll probably come up. But I saw that Joey and Fitzy were pretty easy. Michael Wilson over Justin Jefferson. As the resident negative Justin Jefferson person, I don't feel that much better about Michael Wilson, even though he's solo going up against Stingley.
So these guys, I've got Terry McLaurin at 15, Tedero at 16, and then Michael Wilson at 16, and then Justin Jefferson at 21. So yeah, I mean, like it's a really close area, but yeah, Terry ahead of all of them.
Pick 2, Quinshon Judkins, Travion Henderson, Woody Marks. This is full PPR.
So I really like Judkins this week. We know Dylan Sampson, Jerome Ford, and IR. That one feels like the smash. And then Trevion Henderson, because of how weak the Bills have been against the running game, I'd go with him against Woody Marks. I know there's no Nick Chubb probably today, but like Arizona are a reasonable defense against the ground game.
So you say Judkins and Henderson, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's where I'm at as well. Lamar or Joe Burrow?
I'm going Lamar. Like, things have to break for him sooner or later, and guys actually have to hold on to touchdowns. But I am a Ravens fan.
I'm going to go with Burrow here. And you would like it to happen, but I'm going to go with Burrow. Good options. I don't think it's bad if you're actually picking between those. Don't know what this was. Lamar or Drake May?
Again, I'm Lamar. Like, but that's back-to-back. I got Lamar QB3, Drake May QB4.
I am Drake May. He is my QB, I think 4 right now. But I've got Lamar a little bit lower. So, and actually ECR, I didn't realize this. ECR has moved Lamar over Drake May. That's not something that was earlier on. So May was like the constant number 3. So, you know, it's favored with you. Maybe you submitted your ranks and they're like, whoop, we got to get him up. So there you go. Lanny, thank you guys for getting me to the playoffs. Both leagues I'm in. Likely over Warren. Yay or nay? I do have likely over Warren in that same question from hour 1 where Fitzy says he's both Andrews and likely. I am not. I am full likely. Andrews is lower. Andrews is startable. I'm all in on Isaiah Likely this week, but what say you as the resident Ravens fan?
Well, there was a stat knocking around on Twitter this week, and I can't remember who it was, but it might have been Rich Rebar who'd put, but basically tight end twos who face Cincinnati Bengals this year would equate to be a top 12 tight end across the course of the season when you totted up all their points. And I think it's a completely fine one. And yeah, variance has to fall back to Isaiah Likely at some point. Like, I still have Tyler Warren a couple of spots ahead of Isaiah Likely because I think with Phillip Rivers, he's going to get the ball out quickly. He's probably going to, yeah. And I think like that near the line of scrimmage stuff will be what his bread and butter is. So I think that Tyler Warren in a full PPR is probably fine. In half PPR, maybe I'd swing back to Isaiah Likely for touchdown upside because the Bengals. 15
but are you
touchdowns.
Actually, I think it's 16, unless I did the math wrong against tight ends. Are you Likely or Andrews? Which one do you like more?
I've got Andrews ahead slightly still. I think that maybe Likely in yardage, but I still think Andrews gets there in the red zone more often.
Okay. Yeah, I am Likely on that. All right. We are going to officially cut off supers. Seth is given the go. Get him out of here. There's just too many. Just too many. We're too healthy, Lois. But doesn't mean we won't get to any of those others. And if we rock through the supers, then we will get to a bunch of other questions. But just letting you know, guaranteed supers off for now. DK or Slayton?
I'm Slayton here. The matchup's too good against the Commanders. Their defense stinks.
Agreed. J. Cal, that's a big super. I don't know if you were just shouting out or if we missed your question or you didn't put it in here, but if we can find it, we'll put it in or highlight it to us. Bob, pick 2, Monangai, Neal, Chris Rodriguez, Tetaroa. Didn't we have this exact one?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And it's standard? But this is
it would have been
league.
standard. I mean, yeah, I'd go Monangai. Like, he's got a nice role in the red zone, and then after him, it'd be Neal.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of Tetaroa here. I think I actually might go Tetaroa over Neal in this, just because I think some of those red zones opportunities are going to go to Taysom Hill. So I think I'd go Tetaroa and Monangai.
I don't know, man. Like, Taysom's not had that much involvement lately.
Yeah. Here is J. Cal's question that didn't get put up there. Full PPR, Breece Hall or Walker?
So I've got Breece Hall a couple of spots ahead of Kenneth Walker still, just because of volume. And the Jags, like, you know, they're an okay defense. They've not given up huge amounts of points to the running back position, but in full PPR, I can see the checkdowns happening.
Yeah, I'm going to go slightly with Breece on this one, and then Kelsey or Fannin this week.
This one's easy Fannin for me.
Fannin, big winner this week. All right, the Milton, Dart or Goff?
I'm going Jackson Dart. Like the Rams, you know, all that kind of pressure narrative. No Sam Laporta. I think that it's just a better matchup for Dart with this terrible Commanders defense.
And what about this, Swift or Justin Jefferson, presumably in the flex? This is a really good one because I think I think you're really the negative one on Jefferson, which I appreciate because all I did was scream about Jefferson on FP all week. But then, like, when you stare at the guys that are around him, it's like, well, he's still a wide receiver too. So I think I have Jefferson at 17 or so, and you said 21. But even though this is a running back based matchup for Swift because it's cold and they should be on the ground, I'm going to go with Jefferson because it is the greatest like defensive matchup he could have, and I think his upside is just better than Swift in that mix between Monangai. But what say you? This is full PPR too, by the way.
I'd be fine shooting for upside and going for Justin Jefferson. I do have Swift 4 spots ahead in my flex rankings, and if you're looking for floor, I'd go with Swift because we've seen the floor with Jefferson's pretty minimal lately. But yeah, it's really close, and you're talking maybe a point might end up separating those guys. If we fell away objections. We
know exactly what the floor looks like. McCarthy or Brissett, 6 for all touchdowns.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to go JJ McCarthy here. Like, you know, the matchup's friendly. He's been better. And, like, I've faded quarterbacks against the Texans all season. It feels too late in the season to swap that now.
ECR is hilarious here. McCarthy is 19 and Brissett is 21. So I'm a little torn on that. I just hate J.J. McCarthy. Like, I don't like it. Like, Brissett's got a really tough matchup, but we know he's going to throw 40 plus times, probably 45 times. I guess McCarthy did have success last week, and if Jefferson's going to do anything, it'll be because McCarthy learns how to throw to him. So that one, maybe you do play the matchup there, but I don't like it. Circus Boy, full PPR, points awarded for kickoff return and punt returns. What's with you guys? Are this maybe the same guy? Need 2, Devin Neal, DK Malik, Cavante Turpin, or Isaiah Likely.
So obviously the kick return stuff is such a big difference in here, and not knowing exactly how many points. I mean, I would imagine that Malik Washington and Cavante Turpin will be worthwhile in there. Like, I feel
if it's that same format from earlier,
Yeah.
where it's like a point per 10 kickoff, because usually I would be like, this probably isn't much. But if it is literally like treated as like rushing yards, then that does make. So how would you sparse this out? Because my gut, I just want to say I want to go Neal and DK as the best players, but that does screw it up.
That's definitely how I would rank it, is Neal and DK, and then Likely behind them. If the kick return contribution is massive, then it's just the kick return guys.
Yeah. Especially in like a high. If you were to pick one like Turpin and maybe like a higher scoring game, getting more opportunities might be even a little bit better. All right, full PPR. Khalil Shakir or Yoshi, San Francisco defense. Okay, so we have multiple questions in here.
So I'd go with Khalil Shakir first. Just more confident in him. Like, he treated us well last week, getting into the end zone, didn't do a whole lot else, but got home for us. And then on the defense, I'd take the San Francisco defense. I know the Cowboys are possibly a more talented bunch, and JJ McCarthy's not great, but like Cam Ward and the Titans, like, give me that one.
Yeah. And then it's flex Likely. Ferguson, I think, has been on the, I didn't see the most recent thing, but he was on the not practice early in the week. And then you got, so flex Likely, Ferguson, or Odunze. And I mean, this question is like all over the board, dude. Or Odunze in JJ or Sam Darnold. Like, what are we talking about?
So I think we got Likely, Ferguson, or Odunze for the first part. Like, I mean, I haven't seen any positive reports about Odunze. I know he's supposed to play, but I think I'm leaning towards Isaiah Likely there. And then in the second one, I'd go Sam Darnold going up against his Colts defense that gives up loads of yardage.
Same. Thank God you can decipher that. Like, I now see what you're saying. Like, that ends at Odunze, and then it goes to a quarterback question. Because I was thinking Jefferson. And then have kicker.
I go Boswell, just the weather sounds slightly better there for Pittsburgh.
Okay, boom. There you go. Giveaways. Shall we talk about some giveaways, Seth? Yes, because we've got some giveaways out there. Trophy Smack teeny tiny loser belt mini giveaway. Does that sound right, Seth? Is that the one we have? Nope. We have this. We have the Trophy Smack championship belt. Lies. Just follow these 2 steps right here, my friends, because you can win this courtesy of our friends over at Trophy Smack. Subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel and then comment on the video. That is it. That is it. That's all that you got to do. Rock it out today. It's all good, Seth. By the way, that was a completely different than what I had there. So good thing you had it. All right, let's get back to it. You guys just comment and you're entered in to win, courtesy of Trophy Smack. That's awesome. JMO Judkins Warren, full flex PPR. It's probably got to be JMO.
Yeah, JMO, really like the matchup for him. I know he had that nothing burger a couple of weeks back, but like, typically since Support's been out, the usage has been strong enough.
Yeah, and the difference is like JMO is a top 12 wide receiver. Neither one of those guys are remotely close. Next one up, Chade. PPR start 2 need at least 1 tight end. So we have Brenton Strange, Likely, Pearsall, Jaden Reed. I'm going to tell you this. It's Isaiah Likely, clearly, because I like him. Erickson, and because we have to take a tight end. Erickson and I are both team Ricky Pearsall is going to reappear coming off of the bye. So I'm going to say Pearsall in this, and I know I'm speaking for Erickson here as well, because we think coming off of the bye, he will finally be used and getting right here. But if you are a floor player, you probably want Brenton Strange and Jalen Reed, if we're being honest. And that sounds like your face reads you are Brenton Strange and Jaden Reed.
No, well, I'm Brenton Strange and Isaiah Likely. I don't want any part of the Packers rotation wide receiver. I think Christian Watson's the only player who grades out well against man coverage, which the Broncos play a lot of. I'm not there on Ricky Pearsall, so yeah, I'll take the 2 tight ends.
2 tight ends. All right.
Yeah.
I have Ferguson. Should I roll with him or pick up Gesicki or Parkinson?
Yeah, I think Ferguson, like, I've dropped him down a bit in my rankings, but I think he's a fine play. Like, I've not seen anything that's just he's going to miss out. But if you can afford the bench space, might be worth grabbing Parkinson in that sort of 9 p.m. window. Sorry, yeah, 4 p.m. window as it is over there.
Okay. Good morning. If I can get this up here. Morning pros. PPR need 2 of 4 for flex. Pearsall, Debo, Mason, Gesicki, Wandale, and Brian Robinson.
Okay, so Wandale is an absolute lock.
Yup.
Then I would put Debo in there second. And then I think I'm going over to Pearsall at that point and Gesicki.
That's probably the range. Pearsall is very risky. So I'm thinking with Mason, I'm assuming am I wrong here? Assuming that's Jordan Mason?
I think so, yeah. And I don't mind Jordan Mason because Aaron Jones has been banged up so much. And obviously,
but it's like full PPR, though. So,
yeah.
Yeah. My heart of hearts wants to say Wandale and Pearsall and just rock it there. But Debo is safer, even though Erickson's avoid Debo at all costs is in play here. Genty or Devonta Smith? Full PPR.
I mean, Genty's had good use in the receiving game over the last couple of weeks. The way to get the Eagles is through the ground game. Like, they've been much more friendly to fantasy running backs than to any other position. I think I'll go with Ashton Genty.
I am going to go. I hate Ashton Genty this week. I'm going to go with Devonta Smith. Not that I like him that much, but I am going to go with Smith. Schultz or Likely? This is Likely for me.
Yep, agreed.
Oh, it's big Isaiah Likely week this week. All right, love the rapid fire. That was for the other boys. Caleb or Mariota? Mariota.
Yeah, I'm going Mariota as well.
Need 1 wideout, 1 running back, and 1 flex. We've got Waddle, Teteroa, Diggs, Watson, Dowdle, Neal, Jones, and Singletary.
Okay, so the lock Waddle in there, that feels like the easiest.
There's our wideout.
Okay. And then I'm going to Dowdle at running back, and then the flex after him would be Teteroa.
Yeah. Are you into the revenge Diggs Buffalo narrative?
Yeah, I am. I've got him, still got him definitely top 20, top 23rd in my rankings. And obviously last time it was fantastic. But with this one, I don't know. I just, things haven't been dramatically consistent for Stephon Diggs, have they? Like, there's been good performances, but they haven't been super boom weeks consistently. So that one kind of felt like the outlier that we've already seen.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm not like Diggs has been inconsistent. He hasn't been involved in the offense. Like, this is just would be a pure, you know what, he steps up for the game and they commit, you know, Drake commits to wanting to get him the ball versus his other team. Like, he could go off, but Teteroa is safer on that one. So dig it. PPR flex, pick 1, Likely, C-Rod, or Reed. This is Likely for me.
Oh, man, I'm C-Rod there. Like, I just think going up against the Giants, who are just the worst run defense in the league, it's too good of a matchup. If I'm not going to play C-Rod there, then I'm never going to use him.
That's a good point. I mean, you have the PPR doesn't matter for Chris Rodriguez. He doesn't catch the ball. He will get 10 to 12 carries. It is one of the worst rushing teams. It is touchdown equity, and they do use him there. And if he's active, then that's good. So, yeah, I guess he's the safer one. I just likely to catch 6 to 7 balls, have yardage. And I like for him to complete the narrative of the touchdown craziness. Drop it before the end zone, then 3 steps, it gets knocked out. This week he actually gets the touchdown. So was it a touchdown, Tom?
It was a touchdown. I'm sorry, like, he held the ball out, he moved away, and in the same no, I can't get into this right now. We've got questions about that.
It sounds like you wanted to get into this, if we're being honest.
There's a lot of pent-up frustration right
We
now.
need to get you and Bogman together, because Bogman was like so staunch it wasn't a catch, and I was like, I don't know, brother. He had his third foot down. It looked like I would go Ty goes to the runner, and as his foot is down is where the hand starts to go. Like, I'm giving Ty to the runner on the third one here. So
it's ridiculous, the idea of it. At that point in the end zone, you have to put 3 feet down and make this move. Whereas if you caught it on the side of the end zone and fell out of bounds, that's a touchdown with just your 2 feet down. Like, I can't keep going about this. I'm gonna cause my blood pressure to rise.
All right, well, let's bring it down a little notch. Take a breath. Let's talk about our friends over at DraftKings. DraftKings, my friends, new DK customers, play 5 and get 50. That's right. Our partners at DraftKings Pick 6 have a deal you do not want to miss. New DraftKings customers, this one's for you. When you play $5 or more on your first paid Pick 6 entry, you'll get $50 in Pick 6 credits. That's right. Play $5, get 50 in Pick 6 credits to lock in your picks and take your shot at big wins. Just use our promo code FPROS, or you can scan the QR code on the screen to sign up and start playing. If you've been thinking about trying Pick 6, now's the time to get in. Just use our promo code FPROS or the QR code to sign up, and all new DraftKings customers can play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Let's build some lineups. DraftKings Pick 6. All right, let's get back to it. And our questions. Boom. Kelsey or Kincaid?
And I think
Kincaid, right?
Yeah, I'm going Kincaid. I've got him a couple of spots high. Like, the volume's not really there for Kincaid, but he's so efficient when he does get targeted that you've just got to kind of roll with it.
Then we're going to pick 2. Guessing that's Chase Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, Chase
It's
Brown.
running
Because
backs,
it's all
yeah.
running backs, yeah. Chase Brown, Vidal, Swift, Dowdle, and Singletary. So we got to pick 2. So Chase Brown's an absolute no-doubter here, and then probably Dowdle here.
Yeah, I'm Rico as well there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit more from Rico coming out the bye.
And then he's asking, should he replace JJ, who's in the flex, with another running back? This is full PPR. I don't in this instance.
No, I think the nearest would... Well, I mean, we talked about it before. I've got Swift just slightly ahead in my flex rankings, but it's only by a couple of spots, and I think it's coin flip territory, so I don't feel amazing about it.
I do not either. I'm Raymond. I'm Groot. McLaurin or Michael Wilson? I am Terry McLaurin on this one.
Yeah, Terry.
Scary Terry. Mariota or Darnold?
I'm going with Mariota there. Matchup's too good. Darnold sometimes, turns into a running game.
What does the rank say here? It is Mariota at 13 and Darnold at 16. Interesting.
Okay.
And then Monangai or C-Rod. This is Monangai.
Yeah, Monangai.
And then Chiefs, Chargers, or Steelers defense?
Ooh, I mean, the Steelers defense haven't been particularly good, but like, if any player's going to turn the ball over, if any player's going to give up some sacks, Tua feels likely.
All right, I'm down with it. Colby Parkinson or Freiermuth, full PPR?
Man, like these not friendly. This has got to be dynasty. Otherwise, there's definitely better options on waivers. I think I would go Colby Parkinson because the game environment feels better for more points there.
I'm down with that. Next one, PPR flex, Rico or Watson?
We think that's Christian Watson.
Yes, I am thinking that's who that is.
Yeah, I'm good with Christian Watson there. I've got him just a couple of spots higher than Rico when it comes to my flex rankings.
And then likely over Strange.
Well, let's go likely, yeah.
Yes, likely. Don't know what this was, Tyler, but sup. Full PPR, Diggs, Metcalf, or Stevenson?
So I've got Diggs and Metcalf in my rankings. I feel like Stevenson could be one of those players that really does surprise a lot of people this week because of a matchup, like if they rely on him. But yeah, I'm Diggs and Metcalf there.
Yeah, I'm going to go Diggs. And then I am likely on this tight end front. Kelsey, Waller, or likely?
Kelsey, but it's like they're very, very close.
I'm fine with Kelsey too, by the way. Kelsey's way safer. It's just, as mentioned by every analyst on the planet, it's like there's teams that are bad against tight ends, and then there's the Bengals. And it's like the Bengals are giving up almost on average 100 yards receiving to tight ends. It's like 23 fantasy points. It's like absurd stuff that they're giving up right now, and likely has been the main target. So that's why. But Kelsey's safer. You know, it was a must-win situation last week. Like, you can get him more involved. I totally understand it, but that type of thing to me, you are just probably safer going Kelsey. But it's also the construction of like what's your setup? Did you go against Kyle Pitts? Do you need to shoot for the moon? Likely is the guy I'm shooting for the moon. Are you down? Are you projected to be down by 20 points? Like, that's kind of how I'm approaching that. S pepperoni pizza. Sit 1.5 PPR. Diggs, Henderson, Tetaroa, Judkins. So we're sitting 1.
I'm sitting Stephon Diggs there.
I'm also sitting Stephon Diggs there. Bye. Pierce, Watson, McConkey, Nico Collins, pick 2. Nico is a smash, and McConkey.
Yeah, McConkey as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Alec Pierce is like, he's out for me. I'm out on Alec Pierce with Phillip Rivers in at quarterback until proven otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, go back and look at like how Phillip Rivers was playing last time he was in the league. It was either deep or it was check downs, but like, to come in with less than a week's practice, to have had no OTAs, no training camp and all that, I don't care that he knows the scheme. It's still a really difficult gamble to make in the first week of the playoffs.
Something to point out. Guaranteed super chats are killed. From when I killed them like 20 minutes ago, we have more than we had before. So I see you guys still sneaking them in. I just want you to know, if you have dropped a super chat in the last 20 minutes, those ones are not, we killed the guarantees. Like, right, Seth, like 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So I just don't want you guys to be left out in the cold. We'll try to get to them, but we did kill super chats. So any future people, stop it. Cameron, I don't know what that was, but if you can highlight it, we'll get it back. Jefferson, Terry, Javonte, Travion, start 2.5 PPR.
So Terry is obviously the one that we keep saying today. So I'll be going with him. And then I would be going with Javonte. I've got him a few spots ahead of Travion.
Yes, sir. Half PPR, wide receiver, running back, flex. Okay, so we have to like kill 2. Genty, Woody, Kyron, Olave, and Wandale. So Kyron, we're going to start at running back.
Yep.
Your flex is Olave. Or I'm sorry, your wide receiver is Olave, and then your flex is going to between Wandale, Woody, and Genty. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm going Wandale.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. So
yeah, okay. Really like the matchup.
Yeah, I do too. All right, 1 tight end and 1 flex. Bowers, Kelsey, and Likely. Well, you guys know what I'm going to say.
I'm going Bowers and Kelsey, but yeah, it's marginal between him and Likely.
Yeah, this question. I mean, we just spent a bunch of time answering this for you, brother. But you know where we both stand. I'm Likely, he's Kelsey, but I'm down to go Likely if you have a close, tight matchup and you want to play it safer. Likely could screw you. He absolutely could. He's done it 2 weeks to the Ravens. Gabo, PPR, need 1. Myers, Devontae. Oh, yeah, that's just okay. Myers or Devontae. That's Myers.
Myers, yep.
And then Pinheiro, McPherson.
So I'm going to go Pinheiro. I don't feel great about the weather conditions in the Bengals game. There's subject to be lots of gusts. The ball's it's going to be cold, and we've seen that affect kicking plenty of times.
I'm down. PPR, pick 3. Jamison Williams, Watson, McLaurin, Wilson. Starting Bowers over Tyler Warren and Neal over Jalen Warren. Okay, so let's go back. So Jamison Williams, Watson, McLaurin. This is Jamo, McLaurin, and then it's really Watson or Michael Wilson. You got to go Michael Wilson in this spot.
Yeah, I'm going Wilson, even with the top matchup.
Bowers over Tyler Warren, yes.
Yep.
Neal over Jalen Warren. I'm totally fine with, but it's probably Jalen Warren is safer.
Yeah, I'm Jalen Warren a few spots ahead of Devin Neal. The Dolphins haven't given up a running back touchdown in a few games now, but Jalen Warren gets there through the receiving game as well. And in full PPR, I'm okay with that. And the long receiving touchdown that he had last week was really encouraging.
And then Mariota over Brissett. So
yes,
we agree. Herbert or Dart? Dart.
Yeah, Dart. Maybe Herbert's hand's a little bit better this week, but last week wasn't encouraging.
And then flex, full PPR, Devonta Smith, Monangai, or Amarian Hampton.
I'm going to go Amarian Hampton this week, just leaning into the idea that, they still rely on him to take a bit of pressure off Justin Herbert.
Okay. I'm down with that. especially in the full PPR. He's going to get the ball at the backfield. Half PPR. This is a 16 and 17 because it goes Alec Pierce or Marvin Harrison if healthy week 16 and 17.
I don't think there's any reason for the Cardinals to get Marvin Harrison back out there. I think things are working well enough with the offense at the minute, and they've shown that by benching Kyler Murray that really they just want to keep the offense churning. So I don't like it, but I think it'd probably be Alec Pierce.
Yeah, Adrian, I'd also say this is just speculative. We have to see what Alec Pierce is with Phillip Rivers. So I know you're asking this question. If he thrives, I don't know. Maybe it is Alec Pierce, but I think Alec Pierce is going to kind of disappear under Phillip Rivers because they're not going to, I don't think they're going to get the ball super deep. If Rivers has a connection with Michael Pittman, he's going to go to tight end. So we're just shooting from the hip here. If Marvin Harrison is healthy 16 and 17, I'll pick him over Alec Pierce at this point. But if Pierce can thrive with Phillip Rivers and Phillip Rivers looks like a competent quarterback, I'll easily take Alec Pierce over Harrison. Again, this is funny. This one comes up because if anyone follows the stuff, the Alec Pierce, Marvin Harrison famous debate from a month ago. I think Pierce is a better wide receiver than Marvin Harrison right now. Marvin Harrison has the tools and stuff, but Pierce has played as a better big deep threat fantasy wide receiver, but probably not under a Phillip Rivers at this point.
Yeah, I mean, matchup wise, you're talking about Marvin Harrison's got Atlanta and then the Bengals, and for Alec Pierce, he's got San Francisco followed by the Jags. So it's 6 and 2 threes, really. We were saying over here, swings and roundabouts. You go either way on this. You've got one good matchup for each of them.
Cameron, Jacoby Myers or Michael Wilson, non-PPR.
Okay, well, I'll go with Jacoby Myers. He's been getting into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence is on a hot streak for touchdown passes in a way that he's never been on before.
Nailed it. When concerning enough to bench Devontae for Corum?
I did see some sort of reports about that game being potentially a lot of gusts and stuff, but no, I think that I'm still going with Devonta Smith just on a sheer talent level ahead of Corum. And the Lions, they've been pretty solid against the running back position. They've given up the 8th few schedule adjusted fantasy points to the position this year. Sorry, the 3rd fewest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at NFL weather, 14 mile an hour winds. It's not great. A lot of them are in that range. It looks like the Houston's in a dome, so it doesn't matter. Saints, the two windiest ones projected are 2 dome-based games. Yeah, I don't know if that would just take me off. I mean, I like Corum. If I was touchdown hunting, Corum I think is a better play here, but I'm probably still going Devontae. I'm not going to let that take me off of him. Cameron, PPR, 1 tight end and 1 flex. Bowers, Kelsey, Likely, and then just Ramondre was thrown in there. Wasn't this Cameron's question, and then he just added Ramondre to it? I think
yeah.
True.
I mean, again, I'm Bowers there. I don't think I'm quite Ramondre. I think maybe, particularly if you're shooting for upside, I'd be fine with going Kelsey or Likely.
Yeah, Ramondre behind those tight ends.
Yeah.
Hurts or Dart?
I'm still Jalen Hurts a couple of spots ahead of Jackson Dart. The Raiders just absolutely stink. They're plucky at times and kind of keep scoring down, but I think that Jalen Hurts and the Eagles seem to be feeling themselves a little and try to get right ahead of the playoffs.
Yeah, I hate Dart. I hate Hurts, but I'm taking him over Dart. They're kind of one and the same, I guess, but I'm a little bit lower on Hurts than the rest. Full PPR start 2, need at least 1 tight end. We've got Likely, Pearsall, Reed, and Strange. Again, this is
we've done this one. Yeah.
I mean, this is another super that they threw in here for us, but this is, I said Likely and Pearsall.
Yeah. And I said I'd be fine with Pearsall, but I'd probably go Likely and Strange.
Seth pointed this out because I went to NFLweather.com, but on weather.com, it's looking like 21 mile an hour winds in that Philly game. So you are getting into a level of concern there if you're pushing 20 miles an hour. But I don't know. The other thing I would point out is Devonta Smith gets used in a lot more short yardage stuff, it seems, than AJ Brown. So that actually might benefit him a little bit if they're trying to go short pass stuff. Warren or Strange? Give me Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And then quarterback, Love or Dart?
Let's start.
That is Dart. All right. I see you put this up on here, Tom. This is what our, you can go through the actives if you want. Is this our Schefter actives and deactives?
It is, yeah. So Roma Dunze is active, Parker Washington, DiMercado, Josh Palmer, Cedric Tillman, and Deebo Samuel all playing. Inactives is a little more interesting because Chris Rodriguez is not playing, which is a big one. I'd say JCM's kind of fine to pick up off waivers if you need him. Nick Chubb not playing, so Woody Marks, we kind of expected that one. The reports were floating around overnight. Christian Benford for the Bills is not playing at cornerback, which opens things up a little bit more for maybe Keishon Butte. Quentin Johnson for the Chargers not playing, and Rashad Bateman for the Ravens not playing. So there's some noteworthy stuff this week.
Yeah, so this is good because like the Chris Rodriguez stuff also, he hadn't been practicing. So like when you were talking about him, I was like, oh, they must be a positive report that I didn't see. I thought the inactive was a possibility, but what this also does is I think this makes Bill Krosky a better option than what Chris Rodriguez was. Because before you had this same stupid three running back situation of mixing and everything like this. Now, I think, yes, Jeremy McNichols is more the receiving back, but I think this puts Bill in the Chris Rodriguez role. I think Bill is a possibility for 10 to 15 touches in this one. So I like Bill more than I would have liked Chris Rodriguez in that. And I think he's like a low RB2, maybe flexy type of guy. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I absolutely think that, I had Chris Rodriguez kind of sitting at RB 28, I think. And part of that was because of the lack of practice. But now if you tell me that there's somebody out there who we have seen have strong workloads this year, who, I'm just kind of looking at where I would put him. And I think I'm probably looking at least RB 25 ahead of Amarian Hampton, possibly RB 23 ahead of Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah, so if Bill Krosky is out there, I would say just go pick him up regardless. Like, keep us up, go and pick him up, take him away from other people. If you're in need and you've got kind of, maybe you've been playing out. Another one, we've seen these people be like, hey, would you want, these 3 tight ends and I need one in a flex? Go get Bill Krosky if he's sitting out there and put him in flex over some of these tight ends. So that would be our PSA for you, your public service announcement. All right, full PPR, Hampton, Swift, or Monangai?
So I got Swift one spot ahead of Hampton. I think that's the coin flip, but both of them ahead of Monangai.
Okay, I'm Swift below all of these guys. So I would probably go... I'm kind of with Erickson is hardcore Monangai this week. I kind of like Monangai in this, like, this is a frigid, like, what is it going to be? Like wind chills of like 115 or something. Like, I want the north and south runner, and that's Monangai. You know what I mean? Just pound the rock type of situation. They get in the red zone, give it to him. Hampton's the best player of all of this with a tough matchup. So I might go Hampton, but it's Hampton, Monangai in a grouping. I think Monangai is my touchdown chase, and then Swift behind them. So, but also, might go short passes and stuff. That works well for Swift. All right, let me get that off here. Hash, don't know what you had. AJ Brown versus Vegas or Michael Wilson versus Houston? Brown.
Yeah, I'm AJ Brown there.
Ooh, but the win. Does the win change anything for you at all in this situation?
Not really, because like AJ Brown, whereas Devonta Smith has become kind of like that deep threat only. AJ Brown, quite often they're using him on the slant routes, they're using him close to the line of scrimmage and forcing the ball to him. Whereas Michael Wilson, it's literally wide receiver 11, AJ Brown, wide receiver 12 for me. So it is minimal, but just, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hate to let things like that, like, alter me. It's a little part of like worrying if there is like that type of massive swirling wind and how bad Jalen Hurts has been, that maybe AJ Brown does get like kind of locked out of this. But it's a horrific matchup for Michael Wilson. But what have we seen when Marvin Harrison's not around? You just got to throw it like 15 times to Michael Wilson. So it's like, even if he's a 50% catch rate, he might still have a solid day. I think I might be leaning Michael Wilson on this one now. It's a little overreactive, but
yeah, I think like I've been quite strong this year on fading people against the Texans defense, and it's paid off for me more often than it's not. But I've also been quite high on Jacoby Brissett and Michael Wilson over the last few weeks, so it's like having to take a stand, and I'm just going with the Texans on this one. But let's see,
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna stick with AJ Brown. I'm gonna stick with my AJ Brown original call here, but I do want to say, like, ECR has AJ Brown at 10. I do think the wind is worthwhile moving him down a couple notches, but they also have Michael Wilson at 13, and I have Michael Wilson down at like 18. Like I don't have him this high whatsoever, but it's a great question, man. All right. Unfan. Hey guys, pick 2, Pierce, Ladd, Watson, Collins.
So
Ladd and Collins. We had another version of this as well. Yeah, exactly. We got you. Brissett, Mariota, Stroud, pick 1. Ooh.
I'm going Mariota.
I'm struggling because I want to say Stroud. It is Mariota in this one, but Stroud's pretty damn close, man. Against the Cardinals defense.
It's so infrequent that he puts up like top 12 numbers. Like you look back, I think across the course of his entire 3-year career, he's only had 12 top 12 finishes and rarely strings together great fantasy performances. And like the Cardinals have allowed the 12th fewest fantasy points to the position. So I don't see it, but that game projects to be one of the fastest in most plays per game this weekend. So maybe that's how he gets home.
Maybe. Like Chris Rodriguez, are they playing? Well, if you're wondering if injured players are suiting up, you can check out the Are They Playing tool with FantasyPros. It uses years of injury data to give you an accurate prediction on whether an injured player is going to play. You can sync your league, and you'll actually get a report on all of your players that pop up on the practice reports throughout the week. Best of all, available to you for free. Now, the syncing, it takes a little bit more here, but you can do this for free. So stop sweating the Sunday inactives and get ahead of those tough lineup decisions by visiting fantasypros.com/aretheyplaying. And to point out, you don't have to sync a league if you don't want. I highly suggest you do it. It's going to make your life easier and more customized. But you can also just go to the URL every single week, and you can go and check out and see who the overall questionable plays are every single week. But go and sync your league, even in the playoffs. fantasypros.com/aretheyplaying. All right. Back to it. Woody Marks over Jonathan Taylor?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Regardless of the quarterback. I mean, Tom Strachan could be the quarterback. Seth Dywald could be the quarterback of the Colts, and it's still Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor could be the quarterback, and it would still be Jonathan Taylor. We're not benching Jonathan Taylor. You imagine getting to the playoffs? I'm not judging, but can you imagine getting to the playoffs, riding Jonathan Taylor, and then being like, I got to not play him?
Yeah. No, can't do it.
Can't live with yourself if you do that. Golden Investments. Pick 2 wide receivers and 2 PPR. Pick 2 wide receivers. Oh, and 2 flex. This is full PPR. Diggs, Booty, Debo, Myers, Tet, and I guess it's Jawan Jennings. And then the running backs are Hunt, Rico, and Chuba. So stop there. So we got to pick
2 wide receivers first. Okay, so 2 wide receivers for me would be Jacoby Myers and Tet. And then when we're expanding that out for the flex, it's Rico and Stephon Diggs.
Nailed it. Yep, that is where I'm at. Chuba's a little close on that too, but yeah, nailed it. Non-PPR, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. We've got Diggs, Jennings, Tetaroa, BTJ. And then Bill shows up on there with Neal. So I think this one, if you're looking for touchdown equity, I think Bill shows up as the flex you got to play. And then the wide receiver is probably Tetaroa.
Agreed. Yeah.
Okay. Jennings is okay for touchdown equity. He has scored a whole bunch, but like I said, I think this is a Pearsall week. We shall see. TJ, start 1 running back, 2 flex. This is, I guess, PPR. Aaron Jones, Monangai, Ken Walker, McLaurin, Debo, Christian Watson, Chris Rodriguez. He is not playing, so it's not him. What do you think?
So I would be Kenneth Walker in this one, and then I'm going with McLaurin and Christian Watson.
I'm down with that. I think Ken Walker, Jones are in the same general vicinity. Monangai's right there as well, but less catching equity. So from Tom Strachan's mouth to your ears. Julie, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Nico, Rasheed, Amon-Ra, Kyron, Henderson, Rico, and Monangai. We don't have to worry about the wide receivers because it is Nico. Well, it's actually Rasheed and Amon-Ra, and then your flex is Nico. So pick your 2 running backs.
Kyron and Henderson.
Boom. Done, Julie. Easy set. You're rocking. Not above me, Caleb Herbert or freaking McCarthy. 6-point passing touchdown.
The 6-point passing touchdown does make it a little bit closer, but like,
does it make it freaking?
It's maybe. Look, I'm just looking back at my ranks here, and I've got Justin Herbert QB 19, Caleb Williams QB 21, JJ McCarthy QB 23.
So I'm sorry, who did you say?
Justin Herbert.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. I began to question myself if I heard you correctly, and I was like, wait a minute, what are we doing? All right, I'm going to do a game day read, and then what we're going to do, nobody has listened to me in this show. We have somehow the supers don't feel like they've gone down. They've gone down a little bit, but they haven't. We are going to go into super lightning mode so we can answer as many as possible. I'm pre-warning you, even though we have warned you guys, I don't think there's a chance we're getting to all of these. There's like 40 plus, and we have about 15 minutes. But you know what? Crazier things can happen. It's the playoffs. But let's talk to you guys about game day, because it is the playoffs. And you have got to track all of your fantasy information in one spot. And that's where game day has you. Track every fantasy relevant moment in one spot. Game day gives you live play-by-play updates on all of your matchups, fantasy leaderboards, and actual player updates, and it is completely free. Go to fantasypros.com/game day, fantasypros.com/game day. It's the playoffs. It's never been more important. Track every important moment in the playoffs with game day. All right, super lightning mode. There's a billion questions. Stop bringing in supers. You're definitely not getting if you do anymore. Here we go, as quick as possible. Higgins, Pearsall, Alec Pierce at wide receiver 2. Higgins is, I believe, inactive. So, or unless it's Jaden Higgins. Okay, let's assume it's Jaden. This is Pearsall.
I'm going with Pearsall there. Yeah.
Okay. There's a bunch of other information. Juan, good morning, gents. Playoffs start today. Half PPR. Need 2 running backs. Didn't we? This looks like we had this one, didn't we?
2 running backs. I mean, yeah.
Tracy, Neil, Monongai, Genty, Sharps. Maybe not. All right. 2 running backs are Neil. You're probably going to say Genty.
Yeah, I'm going to say Genty there. And then the flex, I would go with Myers. And then, the wide receiver Myers. And then the flex, I would bring in Monongai.
Okay. We got there the same. We got there the same way. So that's all good. Brian, standard league, Gibbs, Harvey, or Tracy? Gibbs.
It's Gibbs. Yeah.
Always Gibbs. Crazy to consider getting Gibbs. Yes, it is crazy considering sitting Gibbs. Like, you could be wrong, by the way. But the right choice is putting Gibbs in there. The only reason you're going to be right is because some fluky crap that happens. But Jahmyr Gibbs is one of the best players in fantasy, so start him. Need a quarterback: Knicks, Caleb, Rogers, Brissett.
So I'm going with Caleb Williams there.
I hate Caleb Williams in this cold matchup. I'm going to go with Brissett. What is Knicks? Knicks has. I'm completely forgetting.
So
that's
Knicks
Green Bay.
Yeah.
I'll go with Brissett. Volume plays. So horrible matchups, kind of across the board. Everything kind of stinks. Hey fellas, happy playoffs. Half PPR. Had Evans on the bench. Who knew starting Pickens, McBride, and Rice need a flex of Bowers or Aaron Jones?
Bowers.
Yes. Marcial. Need help. Who do I start? Addison, Reed, Worthy, Slayton, Bowers, Theo Johnson, and Pearsall. We essentially need 4 players. 2 tight ends. 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 flex. So there's 5. Jesus. All right. So the wide receivers, let's start there.
So I'm going with Slayton and Jaden Reed. And then
your tight end.
The tight end would be Bowers. And then I would flex Theo Johnson ahead of Pearsall.
Well, there's 2 flexes.
Oh okay.
So you can have Theo and Pearsall.
Yes. Okay.
So who the hell did you sit? Who did you sit?
So I sat Addison and Worthy.
I gotta be honest with you. I almost like Worthy more than Reed here. I think Hollywood's out too. So
yeah, it's just that middle of the field for the Chargers are so good at kind of like that close line of scrimmage stuff. I think that to get
same
volume,
player.
Yeah,
they're the same player. Go if you want to go with Reed, that's fine. I kind of like Worthy. Arliss, great show by the way. I noticed Giants defense versus quarterbacks is better at home. Mariota's fantasy points are worse away in a pass point league. Quarterback points for yards, 6 rush, 6 pass, and completions. Geez, should I stack the JJs versus Dallas or stick with Marcus?
I'm still sticking with Marcus. And your stats are absolutely valid, but the matchup's too good.
Matchup is way too good, 100%. But if your gut is leaning McCarthy, if there's a space, this is why there's the Jefferson thing. If there's a time that Jefferson's going to succeed, it's got to be versus the Dallas Cowboys. It also, unfortunately, was supposed to be last week as well against Washington. But if Jefferson's going to succeed, that means that JJ has succeeded. So if your gut's telling you, don't let us take you off of it. But Mariota is kind of like universally ranked higher and seen in that light. All right, half point, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, and 1 flex. Good Lord. Henderson, Brown, Marks, all these players. Let's just pick them. Running backs are Chase, Brown, and Henderson.
Yep.
Wide receivers are Chase and JMO. And then you didn't give us, your tight end, Fannin or Kincaid. Fannin.
And then Waddle in the flex.
Okay, easy stuff. And then your kicker?
I'll go Riley Patterson there.
Sure. And the hell those guys are. Edit on previous super. Love the rapid fire. Caleb or Mariota?
Mariota.
Need 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, and 1 flex. Waddle. Okay, so let's just pick it. We've got, I think Waddle is our wide receiver.
Yep.
Our running back is probably Dowdle. And then our flex. Yep, exactly. Nailed it. Jimmy Stark, good morning. Talk me out of starting Monangai over Jalen Warren. Will not.
Look, if you want to do it, do it. If you favor by 15, go where you got. I have Jalen Warren ranked higher, but I'm not going to talk you out of it.
Yeah, I think Monangai is going to get some volume here, so I'm not going to talk you out of it. But, Jalen Warren, like, the problem is like Kenny Gainwell is there. Like, Jalen Warren's going to get 12 to 14 touches. If it's full PPR, he'll get a few receptions, but I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Brian, standard league flex, Tracy, Wandale, McLaurin, or Harvey. So touchdown equity here.
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I mean, I think Harvey might be a little bit of the safer bet there, but I like McLaurin to score a touchdown. I love the matchup. So just letting you know.
Yeah.
All right, Tanner, good morning. Seahawks or Jags?
Well, it is full PPR, but definitely going up against Phillip Rivers. We'll go Seahawks.
All right, Warren or Fannin?
That's Fannin.
Pick 2 of Adams, Waddle, Flowers, Jennings.
First 2.
Yep, and then flex another wide receiver over Javonte.
No.
Look at that. Easy stuff. Tough. Start 1 tight end in flex. Bowers. We're going to start Bowers. Start 2 running backs in the flex. Hubbard, Neal, Harvey, Genty.
Is it 2 running backs plus a flex?
I think it's 1 running back and then 1 goes in the flex. So just start 2 running backs.
So
maybe it is 3. Maybe it is 3 now that I'm reading this. So I mean, you just kick Hubbard. That's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then start 2 wide receivers: Sutton, Pittman, Myers, Sutton again, and then McLaurin. So we're team McLaurin. So it's McLaurin and
Myers.
Yeah, probably Myers. I don't hate Sutton, but it is Myers. All right, half point PPR: Kyron or Marks?
Kyron. Yep. Easy
stuff. Look at us. Full PPR: Warren, Likely, or Schultz. I've been pretty clear about full PPR. Warren does, I think, have a little bit more equity because I'm over his reception total. By the way, I have this on the prop show. I actually have both of those tight ends. Warren for 5+ receptions, 5 or more receptions is like plus 130. Likely was also plus 130 for 4 receptions. So both of those are on the prop show. Not to kill some of the things if you guys want to go check the prop show we do with Erickson, but those are 2 of my bets is receptions on Likely and Warren. So I don't hate the Warren thing here in full PPR because I think the dude could have 7 or 8 receptions from Rivers, but like I do have Likely 1 spot ahead of him.
Plus, there's definitely the chance, and I've seen it mentioned by a few people, like, do we see them go back to Warren running the ball, playing a little wildcat with Phillip Rivers there? So, like, I don't hate it. I've got Warren just slightly ahead.
Jacobs or Harvey?
I would go, given the illness stuff, it definitely makes it more of a close question. I wouldn't be putting Bam Knight ahead of either of these guys. I've got Josh Jacobs still a good few spots ahead of RJ Harvey.
Emmanuel Wilson was also dealing with some stuff too. So just putting that out there. I'll go with Jacobs. PPR, tight end or half their premium. So Pittman or Hunter Henry. Pittman. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll go Pittman. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care about that in that instance. PPR pick 2, Debo, Devontae, Hampton, Monangai, Jaden Higgins.
So Jaden Higgins doesn't come into this one for me. I think that I'm looking at Hampton and then Devonta Smith.
All right. I'm going to jump around a little bit, get a couple of these bigger supers. Kelsey or Kincaid?
Kincaid. Got him 1 spot ahead.
Pick 2, Brown, Dowdle, Chuba, Swift, Monangai, Singletary. Well, it's Brown and then Dowdle here.
Yep, agreed.
Okay. And do I replace JJ in the flex with a running back from that list? No.
I mean, I've mentioned it a few times. I've got Swift very close, but it's a coin toss stuff.
Yeah. CRC pick 2, Hampton, Bill, Monangai.
So I'm going to sit Monongai there.
I think I might too. I really like Bill putting in that spot. It's super, super close. I think this is like razor thin with all of these guys now. Maybe the advent of it's just a great matchup for running backs too, and Bill should get more work. So yeah, I'll sit Monongai in this begrudgingly, to be honest with you. All right. Non-PPR need to flex one. Christian Watson versus Denver, Breece Hall versus Jags, Aaron Jones, Michael Wilson. So pick one.
This comes down to Michael Wilson versus Breece Hall for me, and I think I'll just lean towards Breece Hall.
I will go with that lean. Michael Wilson's pretty close, though. 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex. Pittman, Pearsall, Higgins, Debo, Burden, Bowers, Kelsey, and Likely. So Bowers.
Yeah.
Our two wide receivers are Pittman and, again, if I'm going upside, I'm going Pearsall, but Debo might be the safe option.
Yeah, I think I lean Debo there.
And then who are you flexing?
I mean, I know where you want to go with Likely, surely.
If I were to do the Debo thing, I would kind of like to flex Pearsall here, but I like Likely a lot. So yeah, maybe Likely.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. A bunch of options. Flex question, Bowers or Dowdle in the PPR? And I'm guessing that's flex.
Yeah. So he's starting Likely ahead of Bowers.
Yeah, Bowers.
Yeah.
Pickett sucks, but Bowers. Full PPR start one. Oh yeah, start one quarterback. Williams, Stroud, or Darnold. That one to me is Darnold.
Yeah.
Start 2 running backs and a flex. So sit 1. Marks, Judkins, Hampton, Devonta Smith.
So I'm going to sit Devonta Smith there.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm totally down with that. All right, we are not getting to all of these. Apologies, guys, but also, warnings. Full PPR, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, Javonte Williams, Travion, Tet, Nico, All right, so 2 wide receivers are Tetaroa and Nico.
Yeah.
2 running backs are Javonte and Travion. And then your 2 flex are what?
So the 2 flex, I would be looking at Dowdle and Michael Wilson.
Agreed. Let me make sure I didn't get all the guarantee. I got all the guarantees, didn't I?
Yeah.
Every damn guarantee we got. You got it. So we'll try to get to a few more here. Stroud, Darnold, Mariota.
Mariota.
Flex, Ramondre or Fannin?
I'm going Fannin.
Fannin, top 5 tight end. That's right. Michael Wilson, Olave, or McLaurin. Flex, full PPR.
I got Michael Wilson ranked the highest, but if you didn't want to go with that, it would be Olave and then McLaurin in that order. But they're all between wide receiver 11 and 15.
Michael Wilson's the lowest for me on there. Olave is probably the highest. So Shaheed, Pittman, Watson, pick 2.
So
Shaheed is not even an option here.
Yeah, just sit Shaheed.
And then we've 4 million times we've done the Kelsey Likely thing. He likes Kelsey. I like Likely. Kelsey's safer. Sharbs, Chris Rodriguez, that was made for you. Christian Watson or BTJ? Watson. BTJ is cheeks, dude. Cheeks. You're awesome. This will always win for you. Like kissing our ass. It will always be a win for you. It will never not work. Kincaid or Juwan Johnson?
Kincaid by a mile.
Yep, mile. Slayton, Shakir, Higgins, Gainwell, or Ramondre as your flex.
So I'm going Ramondre Stevenson there.
I'm going to go Shakir. Yeah, I was going to caveat it. There's something about Slayton in that game where he could get some deep balls, but I don't think I could even justify it over Gainwell. So that's a tough one. All right. Full PPR, flex, Kincaid, Sutton, Warren.
So I'm going to go with Kincaid there.
I will go with, I think I have Warren 1 spot higher, and then Woody, Judkins, or Henderson. For the upside.
I'm going Judkins with
nobody else
involved. Yeah.
Let me see if anybody else was kissing our ass in the chat just to make sure we talk to them, because look at this. He says, you guys rock. You rock. Always going to win for you. Full PPR, 1 point per return yard. Jesus. Per return yard?
That's insane.
That has to be per 10. There's no chance that you mean it like that. Vidal, Turpin, Michael Wilson, choose 2. Well, Turpin for sure.
Turpin has to be in that case, and then I would go Vidal. If that's what you're getting on return yards, yeah, exactly. Jaden Reed or Jaden Higgins, full PPR, 6 point touchdowns for a second flex. I think I'm good with Jaden Higgins here. Like, I'm just not really feeling. Jane Reed last week only played 47% of snaps. Like, it was pretty minimal usage.
Down. Jennings, McConkey, Watson, pick one PPR.
Lad McConkey.
We can't get. I was like, can we get all these? We just can't. We kill time here. It's just the last. We're gonna do these last two. Went up against Pitts. Pick two, half PPR. Debo Monangai, not Rodriguez. Singletary. Debo Monangai.
Yes.
Okay. And then full PPR, one tight end, two running back, two flex. I think that's Kelsey, Henry, Etienne, Hampton, Henderson, Wandale, Olave, and Franklin. So your tight
end.
Yep. Your two running backs are Etienne and Henderson. And then your two flex, Olave and probably Wandale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if people want to drop more questions on Twitter, I'll try and get to more of them. I've got quite a half hour ahead of me.
Yeah, and we'll see if we can get to a couple in the chat as well. We did give the warning. We love you guys, and apologies we couldn't get to every single one. I think we literally left like 10 on the books, but we got to get out of here because there's other stuff that's happening. You can go over to Twitch, twitch.tv/FantasyPros. Go and hang out as questions are being answered. We've also got some betting stuff over on Betting Pros. If you're looking for a little bit of that action, not only do we have our pre-recorded video, me, Pisapia, and Erickson, but Pralt is going to be live. So youtube.com/bettingpros for some betting action, twitch.tv/fantasypros for more playoff questions where you're going to have a bunch of stuff in there. The fantasy dude has got you covered on Twitch. Go and do that. We will see if we can check out in the comments as well. Good luck, guys. I mean, this is it. Hopefully we're going to be back next week, or you're going to be back. We are going to be here for sure. Join us no matter what. Come and hang out with us. All the action all week long, whether it's live or not. That is going to do it. Shout out to Pisapia and Fitz earlier. Seth Dywald on the 1s and 2s for Tom Strachan. I am Welsh. We'll talk to you next time. Go win. Love you. Goodbye. Go win. Go away.
Ooh.
Dang. All of these other questions, by the way, they're like Fannin or likely, Kelsey or likely. So see, we got you.
Fannin.
Likely. Oh, I need likely to be good this week. Oh, yeah, it is Fannin.